This is Minkles and Dragons.
After having begun a city-wide slave revolt with the help of their new, musically inclined burly blacksmith companion, our heroes now stand upon the threshold of their final push into the heart of darkness, that is the demonic temple fortress that looms menacingly before them. Finding the sizable door leading into the upper platform unlocked, our party cautiously enters the building. It is very dark inside, and without a light source, you cannot hope to make out any details of this vast, inky expanse. All right, players, what would you like to do?
So is it... I'm trying to think. So it's just like super dark, like you said, inky? Is that the word you used?
It's pitch black in there. You can't see a damn thing, but none of you are holding any like lights or anything.
So I'm gonna just real basically, that real basic magic, try and generate a ball of light.
All right, you wanna roll for light again?
Yeah.
All right, you've done it enough now. I feel like it probably wouldn't go. For those of you who are new here, Keefe's special ability is she's a very gifted magic user. She can use almost all forms of magic and can summon all kinds of different magical anomalies and whatever she wants. The problem is she has a talent called Arcane Klutz, where if she rolls poorly on any magical ability, so even basic magic abilities, sometimes it can turn into, people on fire or gnome feet, as you will see in other episodes if you ever go back in our archives. But for now, Keefe, can you go ahead and roll me a d20 at like a +6, because you've ball of lighted quite a lot.
Ball of lighted. Also, anytime I lit someone on fire is totally intentional, right? I think.
Right, obviously.
Most of the times it was intentional.
Yes. There wasn't that one time you put spaghetti all over a rock monster or anything.
Nah. Everything always goes exactly how it's supposed to.
All right, that's a 9. I'm going to say that because it's such an easy spell, that's still going to be good enough. So you summon a ball of light, and as the ball of light kind of expands to, add a little bit more light to your view, you can see that the space inside of this building is kind of almost like an endless expanse, a void of just blackness. You can't see where the walls or anything are. And just a refresher for everybody, in the last episode, our our heroes were dropped off at a demonic temple, the fortress temple that acts as kind of like the central building of the demonic city that they've been in, where a bunch of half-breed like demonkin have basically formed a cult and enslaved a whole bunch of people over the years. And in previous episodes for this chapter, they had started a revolt and are currently in the process of kind of kicking down the front door and being like, this ends now. No more slave bullshit. So they're in the upper levels of this building, and they've entered the building for the very first time. And now everything inside is just an endless black void. Like, you don't really see where the walls are or the ceiling. It's just kind of like, it just goes on forever. But because Keefe has illuminated a little bit of your path before you, you can see that out in the inky void are a couple of floating doors at different heights. So as you look out into the void, there's like, at different levels in the room, and some of them look like lower. You get the impression that maybe like everything isn't just a flat plane of travel here. So you can see the same exact looking red doors of the exact same size floating at different points and heights in this inky blackness. And that's about what you can make out. What do you guys want to do with that information?
Can I, are my eyes like still, because have elf eyes, I can see a bit better than everyone, even with the light on?
Yes, your elf eyes see, there's just more doors. Like, you can see further into the darkness that there's more doors. Okay. And that's really about it. It's just doors. It's doors everywhere, man. And they all look exactly the same.
I was about to ask if it was like the scene in Monsters, Inc. with all of the doors around, like, just flying out.
Which one do we... Okay, so I'm just gonna look at my companions, because I can see them, I'm assuming. Should we just try to open one of these doors? Where are we?
That's what I would guess.
I'm
Let's,
gonna walk up to one of them and try to open it. Does it have a doorknob?
You're just gonna walk into the void towards the door?
Yeah, I'm walking into the void. I'm doing it. Yeah.
Is it just the nearest door or
The nearest door to me. Correct.
all right? So you're just gonna okay, Keefe, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna follow Kip because I'm a little worried that she's just getting ready to walk into the void. So I'm just gonna kind of like hold on to the back of. What are you wearing? Are you still wearing the?
I think I'm still
You
wearing
guys
like
are still wearing.
I'm wearing
no,
the
wait, you're
sexy
dressed as
slave
cultist.
outfit. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
so,
you have that. Hold on. You have that slave outfit on underneath of a cultist robe. You guys are still dressed.
Oh yeah, right.
okay. So I'm just gonna hold on to her robe and just kind of like be like okay and follow behind her.
And Laszlo, what about you?
I am going to just sit here and I spilled some water. I'm just gonna clean up my mess.
All right, so Laszlo spills water all over his cultist robe. So currently, an update for those of you who are new here as well. Laszlo and Kip are both disguised as wood mask cultists. They put the masks on and are wearing the robes just to kind of blend. And meanwhile, Keefe is still a. What were you dressed as? Like a ice skater?
Yeah, like a pink ice skating dress.
Right. In previous episodes, they grabbed what they could from a closet in the prison/slave processing building, and these were the outfits they ended up with, more or less. And as you're wandering through the darkness, you can kind of hear like the whisper of a voice being like, "Saji, thank you for gifting so many subs to people, including Hammy himself, M. Hampson 73 in the
Yeah,
chat."
I didn't know if that was him. I was like, I think that's what he said. And then I went and I clicked and I was like, okay, there's no picture. So then I like went like I had your
Called out.
your Instagram open and I like looked and I was like, is it the same person?
Oh boy. I don't know what anything means, but I will say thank you.
Basically, you get a free month sub to my channel, which means that you get ad-free viewing, so you get to skip all the ads, and you get access to my 27 emotes. So you can
Take
spam,
that, Hershey's. Fuck your ads.
right? So
Yeah.
there, that's that. Anyway,
All right.
so I'm walking
So,
into this door, into the
Kip and
void,
Keefe.
actually.
So you just set foot into the void. And you get the sense that it's like where you're walking in this big open kind of inky void. It's almost kind of like walking through jello. Like it's keeping you suspended, but it's like a floaty suspension. Like it's really awkward, but you're kind of like still solid on the ground more or less. And you can choose to kind of like descend or ascend as you walk, but it's a bit of an awkward floaty motion. But you don't fall to your death,
That's
thankfully.
good. Phew. Whoa.
So are you going to continue on with your little train to the nearest door?
Yeah, I ain't scared. I'm brave now. Keep doing it. Let's do
Probably
You're
gonna
like,
do
whatever,
like
I
a
didn't fall.
it. I'm fine. This is
I'm probably
fine.
gonna do like a couple of like bunny hops as I'm following Dara just to like test out the ground.
Kip. Who's
Oh.
Dara?
Oh yeah, that. Sorry, I must have hit my head when I fell. Did we fall? I don't know if we actually fell, but I
Yeah,
must have
so-
hit my head.
Is it possible that Dara is like a middle name?
Kip Dara. Sure. Kip Dara. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. So but like we could still get to the door. Like we're not
Yeah.
inhibited
you're
by
able
the
to- basically, like if you channel the intent to make your footsteps go up or down in this space, you will. It's just an awkward floaty experience. Like you're not quite standing on solid ground, but you're not falling either.
Okay. This is kind of like when I take my elvish friendship brownies. I'm getting the same feelings here. Let's just keep trying to go for this door. And I'm just going to like work really hard to move my body toward the door.
All right, and Keefe, you're gonna go on her tail, more or less.
Yep. Following very closely.
All right, cool. And Laszlo, have you cleaned up your water?
Yes, it was a small mess. I'm definitely ready. I want to get the hell out of here.
All right, are you gonna follow them?
Yes.
All right. So the three of you kind of form a floaty, suspicious train towards the nearest door. And Kip, are you gonna reach out and open it?
Yes.
All right. Is anyone else going to do anything in this process? Or are you just going to sit there and be like, what's behind door number 1?
Yeah.
I was kind of excited for a what's behind door number 1 scenario.
I'm going to clench my nature's pocket.
All right. So as the three of you approach this door, Kip holds out her hand and kind of turns the handle on it and kind of pulls it towards her. And as you look into this doorway, you are greeted by the sight of what appears to be a metal umbrella blocking a good chunk of the middle of the doorway. Lowering the umbrella a little bit, you can see a handsome-looking young man staring back at you all, and he begins to address you.
Young? Hello? Hello.
Hi. Who are you?
My name is Keerken. Welcome.
Thanks. Where are we?
Okay. So there's a bit of a problem, all right? I was going to do this whole Dracula thing, but I it gets a little racist when I try it, so I'm going to just try and maybe just use my regular voice for now. My name's Keerken. I really don't know where we are. I've been here for a long time. Is it the collar? It's like a whole slave master thing. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot, but I'd really love to sort of, figure it out. It's just a lot of doors, really. Been trying to go through them, trying to figure out where to go. It's just a lot of doors.
So the doors just keep leading to the same, here kind of thing?
Oh, nah. There's a lot of doors. They're all different.
Oh.
You just kind of caught me. I was a little busy in this one, but it's fine. We're all kind of close now that we've seen what we've seen, but it's fine.
Huh.
Sort of move past that.
A little busy? Kip? What does he mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, all right, but who are you? I think that's the next step.
I don't know if we want to tell you yet. I don't know if we've established if we're friends or foes yet.
Yes, we like to just jump into relationships. Maybe we'll take a step back this time.
Cool. Well, maybe when you've been here for 500 years, you'll just be accepting of any new people you get to see.
How have you been alive for 500 years?
Oh, yeah. Okay. You know what? I'm really not into the whole trust thing either now that you're talking about it, now that we're really getting down to it. How long does an elf live?
That's a great question.
Maybe I'm one of those.
You don't look like an elf that I've ever seen. And I'm an elf, and I know a lot of elven races.
Cool.
Where are your pointy...
Right. We don't all look the same, but that's fine, I guess.
And he's definitely not a gnome, I don't think.
No, too tall
Obviously
for that.
not. I'm quite tall.
There could be tall gnomes out there. I don't know.
No.
Yes, but he appears to be a gentleman. So let us allow him to be mysterious.
All right.
Oh,
Fair enough, I guess.
Haha. Do you guys want to what are you guys doing? Why are you here?
Oh boy, now that's a long story. We just ended up here. We ended up in a prison, and we had the same collars on. But we met this really cool dude whose name I totally can't remember. But he used this crazy cool instrument thing to like play a song, and our collars popped off. So now we're free of that, which is neat. Too bad he's not here to help you with yours. I assume you want to not be here for 500 more years.
Yeah.
You want to escape?
Oh, good assumption. Yeah, it's not been the greatest time just walking through doors for 500 years.
Sassy. Well, yeah, I guess we want to just try to escape. You don't need to know more than we're also trying to escape. So maybe we can work together and try to get out of this literal hellhole.
Yeah, I'd like to get this off. So if maybe you guys could help me with that, I could, I don't know, lend some experience to the multitude of doors that I've been through and the ones I haven't, and which ones work and which ones don't, I guess.
All right. So which one do you think we should go through first?
Oh, yeah, I definitely know that answer to that question.
Should we all just pick one? Because, I mean, I just tried to pick one and it led us
Pick
here.
number 3, my lord. Number 3.
Yeah, no, number 3 is the one I was going to say anyway. So if you guys want to sort of, it's more fun if you pick the first one. Really get a good experience.
Well, I picked before and it got us here. So, like Keefe or Laszlo.
Oh, nice one. Good pick.
You know, if you guys want to choose.
Are there any gnome-sized doors?
No, and I know that for a fact.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Laszlo?
Laszlo should pick.
Were there colored doors?
They're all red.
Oh, that's a bummer. I'm just going to spin around and point at one.
Great. Yeah, go for it. Oh, wow. You picked door number 4. Great choice.
That one over there. Yeah, that door number 4.
All right. Before you guys travel towards that door, Hammy, can you just go ahead and roll me a d20 in chat?
Heck yeah, I can. I definitely can. Watch this. Did it.
Excellent. Oh, perfect. All right, cool. So we you guys head towards the door. How would you all like to handle entering this door?
Carefully?
Describe your plan of action here. I get the impression you want to be careful about going inside the door, but like, let me describe to me what you're doing to do so.
I think that our new experienced friend should be the first to open the door so that we're not getting somehow trapped or tricked into just opening some random door.
This could be a trap.
It's a trap.
I've never met a group of more untrusting people in my entire life. Let me tell you that.
You don't know what we've been through.
We've been betrayed in ways you can't even imagine.
It's just it's one travesty after another with us.
So forgive us for our extreme measures, but we have been burned far too many times in the past. But we also have met some pretty amazing people and adventurers along our way. So we'll give you a chance. We just need some time.
Okay. Yeah.
To feel you out.
I know that I'm pretty safe, so I will open the door.
Okay.
But and here's the thing, so it's a little awkward. I can't actually go into the room until someone else goes in and then invites me.
This sounds like an old tale that my nan used to tell me about.
Nah, probably not. It's just
something about like, these creatures or something. I can't remember what they're called. Like vindicators? No,
no, that was it. It's vindicators. You were right.
Vandals? Vandals? No, I can't remember. Okay.
No, that's all it.
I wish I could remember that tale. I always fell asleep because she had this really boring voice.
Open the door to try and divert all attention, and I go, "Wow, beautiful."
So as you guys look through the doorway, You see that there's no floor in the room.
Well, I'm certainly...
Like there's... So every room you now enter will have 4 doors. The one that you come in from, and then one on every side of the square room. All of them are perfectly square rooms. In this one, there's no floor. It just goes down.
Okay.
So we're in like a labyrinth of doors.
No, like you're saying like we open the door, there's a bunch of like walls with doors, but we can't necessarily get to them because there's no...
Every room you're in is the same exact room with different shit inside of it, basically.
Yeah. Okay, so
this one just happens to have no floor.
You know what, guys? I can fly. I don't know, but I really don't know if this is probably the right one for us. Maybe we can try a different one, huh?
Yeah, let's next. I'm not, I already got that weird floaty sensation thing when I walked into that voidy, inky stuff, and I'm not really willing to see if that actually is a invisible like floor or not. So yeah, next.
You're like the first friends I've had in a long time. Do you mind if I call us friends? I feel like we're friends. Anyway, you're the first friends I've had in a long time, and I really don't want to see anyone fall through a bottomless pit. So
that's kind of you. Thanks.
Let's move on to the other door.
Can we all just do like a mega trust roll, and to see if
mega
just let go of this like apprehension?
Is that where you guys like do trust fall exercises? Like,
yeah. We like develop instant trust.
Can we like do this at anytime we meet someone? Just trust roll, everybody. Trust roll.
It's so cute. I like
it's
it
like
too.
One of those worker getaways where all the employees have to go away to like bond.
A retreat.
Yeah.
You just all have to roll a d20 together and instantly you're bonded.
Cute. Are we doing it?
Yeah, can we? I'm gonna roll.
Fine, yeah, go ahead. Trust rolls for everybody. Roll me an unmodified d20. All right, Laszlo's not feeling the trust.
Oh, wow.
Laszlo suggests it, and then Laszlo is not feeling it.
Keefe's just a little bit... everyone's a little on edge, it seems. Except Keefe's like a little bit above average.
But that's par for the course. I always trust people, and then, they end up, like, doing blood rituals or,
Or disappearing in front of you.
So does this mean that Laszlo's gonna like second guess everything he says now?
You can interpret these rolls however you wish.
Oh,
I'm not going to be like, because you rolled it, you have to be this way forever. All right. So that's where we sit on the trust. We've got an 11, a 3, a 7, and an 8. So keep those numbers in mind going forward. Now, you have 2 other doors left in this room that you've entered. Would you like to try another door instead of going into the one without a floor?
Yes. Everybody agrees on me with that we'd like to move along. Different door?
Yes.
I would like our new friend to also try to just open this door. The next one that we choose.
Oh, you want it? Yeah. Listen, I'll open all the doors you want.
Okay.
It's just a door handle. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Okay.
As you open the door, this room also features no floor.
Okay, my bad, and I close the door.
Well, you still have a third door left.
Maybe I'll open the next one.
Yeah, it might be a good idea.
Yeah. This is so strange. I still am trying to think of that tale. But anyway, okay.
Anyway, moving on.
So I walk over to the next door and
all right, Derek, you can roll it this time.
Okay. D20 unmodified, yeah?
Yep.
Whoa. There we go. Oh my, see? Told you guys.
All right, cool. So you open the door ahead of you, and as you look inside, there is another identical room to the one you're in, except this one, it's full of complex, ornate-looking vases. They look pretty easily broken, but and they're very fragile. A lot of them are very poorly balanced. There's a lot of them in there. You're gonna have to definitely kind of weave your way through to get to any of the other doors in the room. but it's got a floor, so bonus there.
We're moving up in the world.
I like this
Sounds-
one.
Doesn't see. Can Kiwi maybe do any like detect magic or anything before we actually
I was
enter it?
just gonna say that me doing magic in a room full of vases is probably not the best idea for an arcane klutz. Probably
Do it for the vine.
Do it for the vine. Okay, yeah, I will try and detect magic.
All right, you're going to detect magic in this room. That's fine. That's going to be real easy. You're going to get a +6 to it. Roll me a d20.
Ooh, this feels good. Roll.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Just as you did that, I almost knocked over my LaCroix. Like it was so close to spilling all over my desk.
That was the face I like detected magic and flung my arms out to the side.
You saved my LaCroix. Cheers.
Oh wait, I got one too.
Oh,
So you cast detect magic swimmingly. You rolled a 23 with your modifier. You get the sense that every one of these vases has something rather sinister inside of it, and it's very magically charged.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to my friends and go, so there's definitely magic in these things, and it's not good. So let's not break anything, okay?
do you think that they'll stay confined as long as we don't touch it or like break it? Maybe.
Hey, could someone invite me in? Are you guys in
Oh,
there? Yeah, I'd really like to get out of here as well.
I completely forgot about you. Sorry. So what? I just walk up to the door and just say,
Just say, come on
wait,
in.
wait, Kip. I'm with you. I remember a story about a count. He had a castle, and it was at the top of a hill, and I believe that he was partial to our blood. So I'm very, very low on the trust right now. I'm not sure about this fellow.
That
About-
doesn't sound real.
count and blood. Yeah.
No.
It's coming back to me. Yeah. Something.
I didn't hear these kind of stories when I was a kid. It was always about butterflies and bunny rabbits and not no blood sucking things.
Yeah, no, me too. I love bunny rabbits.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, a lot. Like a lot. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Definitely.
starting to like this guy.
Yeah, me too. I kind of like me now too. Used to spend a lot of time hating myself till I met you guys. You really brightened up my spirits. A lot of time alone, you know.
Laszlo, you're okay. I'm gonna try to talk like quietly so that Keerken can't hear me. You think that like you think he's gonna hurt us? Like he wants our blood or whatever?
I wouldn't put it out of the possibility.
Well, I mean, how powerful can he really be? It's 3 against 1. We could probably take
He
him.
said he was 500 years old.
That just gives you maybe some wisdom. Doesn't necessarily give you strength. You know? Maybe he's like kind of like he looks really handsome and young. I'm just saying. But like maybe he's like really frail and old on the inside.
Okay, how about this?
Okay.
We tip these jars over and run if he gets suspicious.
Yeah, because maybe he also needs to be invited out of the room too, so he'll get stuck in that room, and we could just we could just run out of it.
Yes, I like the sound of that.
Kip, what's a yeet?
I heard it again. My old Nan, she always used to say the weirdest thing. She used to throw stuff at me when she was mad and go, yeet! And it was just so weird. But I don't know. Anyway, sometimes I say things that my Nan says. But yeah, it just basically means that we run the fuck out of the room. So, yeet.
This is Minkles and Dragons.
So, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Because, like, maybe we have to give him the benefit of the doubt.
You guys have been whispering for a long time.
I'll ask you to give us a moment more.
We're not talking
Sure,
about you
sure.
or anything.
I'm just, okay. All right. Bye.
Okay, I say benefit of the doubt is a little stretching it, but we won't burn him at the stake or anything.
Okay.
So I'm getting the sense here that you guys are more or less okay with trying to make your way across the room to another door through the vases, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the general consensus, and nobody has anything else to suggest on that front. It's just kind of like a be careful, let's go through the room.
Yeah.
No tripping now.
And Laszlo, do you want to, before we go into the next door, do you want to let Keerken in? I'll let you do the honors.
Hey,
Well, you gotta get to the next door.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay, so we're not actually stepped into the room. Yeah, okay.
No, you're just telling me you want to go across the room to get to the door.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And Keerken, is there any way you want to prefer to do that, or?
Yeah, well, I think Keerken would he hasn't seen this room before, so he wants to look in the vases for gold. He's been here a long time, and he likes to just look through everything. I think he would think it's wild that these people don't care that they just walked into a room full of vases. They're what kind of shit have these people seen where they're not impressed by this?
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, so are you gonna open up one and look while they're trying to get through the door or the room?
Oh, are they they got the little tops on them, huh? Not like a flower vase.
They're sealed. No, they're not those kinds of seals. They're like with almost like urns more, honestly.
I'm gonna knock on one.
Okay.
I want to know if it's hollow.
Okay, so you knock on one and it doesn't make much of there's no gold or coins inside of it. It kind of just it sounds almost like it's empty, but not at the same time. It's a little strange.
Keerken, what are you doing? Keefe said not to touch them or break them. Dude. There's
did you? I don't know. You guys whisper so much, I kind of didn't know who was talking to me. I don't know if that was supposed to be a secret or something.
No, I was talking for real.
Bunny crew, stick together.
You're lucky you like bunnies.
Keefe, can you possibly create us a magical barrier?
I can certainly try.
All right. So you're Let me get okay. Well, first of all, what are you doing now that you've knocked on the vase there, Hammy? Are you going to? Sorry, I mean Keerken. Keerken, what are you going to do with that knowledge?
I think I'm scared to open it.
Okay.
But I want to take it with me.
Okay. All right, you pick it up and you're taking it with you. And meanwhile, Keefe, did you want to cast a magic barrier of some sort?
Yeah.
Cool. Just roll me an unmodified d20.
Okay. Nothing could go wrong. Hold on.
Cursed! We're cursed! Seriously.
So the good news is you do make a barrier. The bad news is it's only as high as your knees. And your knees, not anyone else's knees. So it's like a really small, maybe 1 inch high barrier circle. And if you walk forward with it in a ring around you, it'll bump into anything that you touch. It's almost like another solid object. So if you try to walk into this room, you will knock things over now.
I just pick Keefe up and I put her on my shoulders. Surely I'm taller than the urns.
No, they're in different heights in different places in the room. There's really nowhere you could potentially, if maybe somebody was on the ceiling, they could get away with not touching the with the urns and vases and what have you.
Thanks, Laszlo.
Maybe turn it off.
Maybe don't.
You could try to turn it off.
Yeah, I don't really see another option. So I'm gonna try to make it go away. And I'm just
All right.
gonna kind of like stamp my feet and be like, please, god damn it, please.
Yeah. Roll an unmodified d20 to dispel your ongoing spell.
Oh my
Hey.
So
I'm
it's
sorry. I must have
it's
had that
now-
collar on way too long.
it's turned like a bright shade of pink, and it's now it flattened into like a circle, but now the circle is razor sharp, you can tell, because it's starting to go outwards from you, like it's like a ping almost that is now it's staying solid, but it's expanding and filling the room at an alarming rate, and it is very quickly reaching the jars.
Oh shit! Okay, what if we like carefully move the jars out of the way?
So you're just gonna like panic move a room full of hundreds of jars, standing defensive spell.
Can we not just like, as my old nan says, can we yeet out of this to the next door?
I mean,
Quick.
you could go back the way you came and try one of the rooms without a floor.
Oh shit.
Okay,
At this-
no
at this
more
rate,
suggestions from me.
What if well no, because Keerken, okay, I'm just trying to think of this in my head, guys, but I guess I'll say it out loud even though we have to really hurry. What if like we go into the other door, we leave this one. I like pop my head in, welcome Keerken in, and then he can fly us, like pick us up and fly us to the next door. Does that make sense? Because though we will probably go into the one that has the no floor. So like, but if he can't get in first, would it work if I just pop my head in and I'm kind of
All right,
in the room?
you guys have 10 seconds to decide on a consensus before the things. start
I know it's a
knocking.
crazy idea, but I'm all out of them. What do you guys want to do?
I don't want to be cursed or poisoned, so let's go.
Let's just get out of this
7,
room at least. We gotta go.
6,
We're yeeting out.
5.
I'm starting to yeet to out the door.
I'm like
Which
waddling.
I mean, ah!
Back the way you came.
Yeah,
Is that
back the
what
way
you
we
mean?
came. Right?
Yeah, I've already left. I have my vase and I'm outside of that door just
'Cause
holding it. Like,
you're-
what are these guys doing?
Okay, cool. So you guys, you're all gonna do that? Is that what your plan?
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
because you're
waddle
saying,
right
can I
my
just
way out.
Can I just get clarification? You are saying that we cannot make it to the other door in the vase room.
I mean, you could, but it'd be difficult, and there's also the fact that Kifi's ankle shield is now
Right.
like, expanding very
Okay.
dangerously.
Okay, let's get out.
But we still have the issue of losing our feet to the shield.
Okay, so you're still holding her on your neck, and it's like the expanding shield is now basically like going outwards from that point, but it's not inside. So you still need to dispel it or stop it in the other room, unless everyone wants to like crawl on the floor so they don't get decapitated.
What could go wrong?
But you don't have a lot of time left. Is everyone going back
Yeah,
to the
I'm
door?
like, get out.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
correct.
cool. So Keerken goes through. He's got the one vase from the room. As he goes through the doorway with the vase just kind of dissipates, like it doesn't exist anymore. So it's like
Aw,
gone.
man.
And as Kip goes through, she's kind of like, "Woo, yeah, excellent." And then as Laszlo tries to go through with Kifi, you guys get stuck on the doorway because the barrier is now too large for you to go through the door.
Wait,
So
what?
it's like
Leave me, Laszlo.
you're bumping into it and you can't get through the door, but you saved yourself some time because it's less closer to the vases.
So I just kind of turn my body to the side and go through like quickly. Will it work?
You angle your body a complete 90 degrees. Is that what you're saying? Like, are you a limbo champion?
It's easy. Look. Don't try to make it something more than it is.
All right, cool. So you get you get into the room sideways like that, and as you walk into the room, and everyone's like avoiding the expanding thing, Keefe's kind of shield goes to the maximum size of the ceiling to the floor, and now she's just stuck hovering there sideways because the shield can't expand anymore. So it's not expanding anymore, but she's stuck floating in the sky. And Laszlo kind of like he can like take himself off of Keefe if he wants and just leave her hanging there. It's almost like you're standing sideways now, like on like a random non-existent like plane of like physics that nobody else can access.
Keefe, are you okay? Does anything hurt? You good?
I mean, physically, I'm okay.
Okay.
This is why can't I do magic?
Can I, as a cleric, can I use Dispel Magic?
Yes, absolutely. And you could even quote from your book in order to help make the effort easier.
Yes, I will quote from my book, which goes a little something like this.
Wait a minute. You are a cleric and you decided not to tell us that?
I don't know why my religion's any of your business. There's two things I talk: politics and religion. I don't know what to tell you. Do you want your friend to live?
But we went into a room with magic vases and you didn't say anything.
He actually did pick one up. Maybe that was for his own personal reasons. He wanted to use that magic. For
Thank
good
you.
or bad, I don't know, but...
All right, okay, let's take it down a notch. Do you want me to save your friend or not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Please, yeah, Mr. Bunny Lover, please help me.
I call upon the god of, and then I mumble. to release this creature from the terrible tormented magic that betrays her. And then I close the book.
I believe the way the book works is you have to quote a line from the Holy Scripture in order to receive a bonus.
Yep, didn't though. Very bad cleric.
All right. Fair enough. That's fair enough. So you go ahead. You go ahead and roll me a d20 at a +1. We'll give you a +1 for your efforts.
I mean, fair enough. More than fair. Oh my!
Oh!
All of our guests get really good rolls.
Thank God one of us can roll.
Rigged.
Yeah. So not only do you dispel her her miscast, unfortunate miscast, but you heal her as well. So Keefe regenerates. Can you go ahead and roll me? Let's do the roll damage, Keefe, and just roll 1 dice, and then add like 2 to that die.
Okay. Oh, there. Got it. We're fine.
Nice. So you regenerate 6 hit points, and the thing dispels. Yes, because you were currently at a lower number. You guys haven't had a chance to regenerate for the last experience. So congratulations, you dispel the awkward foot shield and heal Keefe with your critical roll.
Didn't even have to quote the scripture.
That's right. Just all right. So now what's the plan of attack? You guys are gonna go through one of the floorless rooms instead?
Just real quick, I'm gonna hug Keerken's leg and just say, "Thanks, bud." That's all. Just thanks, bud.
I'm so very sorry. I thought it would be a good suggestion.
Can I
No, it's no one's fault. It happens. It's okay.
It's kind of someone's fault.
I'm gonna like walk up to Keefe and bend over and whisper in your ear, "Did he feel really cold by any chance?"
Can I do a perception check, please, Dylan?
Sure, go ahead. Roll me an unmodified.
Please don't be like a 1.
You have no idea.
Kip, I have no idea. I just was in shock. I have no idea what his body temperature was. None.
Okay, just wondering. I remember something in the tale about cold and like, yeah. Anyway.
You guys
Anyway.
keep talking about this tale.
I just wish I could remember the name. It's like on the tip of my tongue.
I believe it starts with like a D or something.
D. I was thinking, I don't know, man. Anyway, so we're back out in the so what do you guys think about my plan, or does anybody have something better?
I mean, we're kind of trapped.
Is there
So
sorry.
Well,
Is
you
there-
got 3 rooms. You got 2 that are both bottomless pits, more
Yeah.
or less, but there are doors in them. And the 3rd room, which is full of fragile, easily broken vases that you could potentially sneak your way through to another door. You'd have to roll for it, though. I mean, you're rolling for stuff either way in either room, though.
Well, I don't know, guys. That other room with the vases was really scary. Vases was pretty scary. Do we want to just try my really crazy plan, or do you guys want to just try to go back into that room and just get past it as fast as we can?
I just want to make sure that your plan was to ride on me, like
Okay, yeah.
like a flying horse,
Like,
or something.
I mean, it's your choice how you want us to be on you, but like either you could like pick us up. I don't know. Are you really strong? I don't know. Maybe you could just like carry us, or like we could jump on your back and you can like fly us to the other room, because like you said, you can fly. Don't know how, but you can do that. And if you're really strong, you could just pick each of us up and shuttle us over to the door.
listen, we're making a lot of assumptions about this fellow.
I just asked
No,
if he was strong.
I think it all makes sense, Kip. I think you're a genius. This sounds
Okay.
good. This sounds
yeah.
great.
My only
Just-
go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Nah, it's I don't know if you've, despite the like incredible magic I just did to save your friend's life, I've still got this sort of collar on, so like all of my shit's not really that great right now.
Oh, so yeah. Did you to do that one spell when we had our collars on? Kiwi couldn't do any magic whatsoever. Interesting.
Yeah, but can she really do magic now? I mean, I'm not so sure.
Too soon.
Too soon. Oof.
That was mean. I thought we
Aw.
were friends.
I walk.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I'm next to Kiwi, so I just pat her back and like kind of snuggle her. It's okay. It's okay. You're great. You're great. You'll figure it out one day.
I'm just saying maybe we could go through the vase door and just maybe not fuck it up this time.
I mean, easier said than done, sir. What's your? Have you told us your name yet, or are we not on that level yet? You call us friends, but you haven't told us our name. Your name?
Yeah, no, I did. You just
Oh,
weren't
you
listening.
did. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
this
that's
thing.
fine.
I eat too many elven
I did this
friendship
whole thing with
brownies.
the umbrella where I
a bad
revealed
memory.
myself and
Right, like very dramatically. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
Kip,
Right.
That was like 10 minutes ago, Kip. I think.
Yeah. Old Nan told me to cut out the elven friendship brownies. And she said that it would mess with my brain later on in life, and I didn't believe her. And now look at me, kicking myself in the pants because I can't remember things that happened 10 minutes ago. Anyway, okay, let's try to do this and not, in your words, fuck it up. Let's
Great.
try to go through that room. I guess my
I just
brilliant master
won't
plan
use
isn't brilliant enough.
any magic. If the rooms look dangerous, I won't do a thing.
I think, yeah.
Yep.
Hey, question, DM. Are the vases like all around the walls, or are they like placed sporadically everywhere? Like we have to like jump or like walk over some of them. Carefully to
there's
get
enough
through.
room between them that you could kind of like it's like you're going through, you know, when you like park a car and the other person's door is too fucking close.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to like without scratching the cars.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like the whole room.
Okay.
But there's a bit of space in the ceiling where that's not really an issue too.
Okay. Wait, what?
Like if you look over them, there's like probably enough room to crawl on the ceiling almost if you were to want to avoid maybe knocking things over. I don't know.
Crawl on the ceiling. So we can get, okay, Keefe or Keerken to try to do something.
Probably not me.
Hey, Keerken, random thing that just popped into my head. I don't know where this came from. But since you can kind of do magic and we sort of need to avoid these vases, can you get us to like crawl on the ceiling over the vases into the door? Is that a thing you could do?
No, not really. That's not really in my wheelhouse. But I've got nothing to follow that up with, honestly. I think maybe you guys could just like, do a little skinny, like just sort of weave.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you suggesting we do some kind of like dance through the vase?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
How about this? I pick up Keefe again to minimize the risk. So only a few are going through the vases.
And the tiny gnome is the biggest risk.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
You're the only one I can pick up, so...
Hey.
So is that what you guys are going to do? You'll just try to weave your way through the vases and get to one of the doors?
I guess that's all we can do.
Yep.
I guess that's all, isn't it?
I mean, I do remember in wrestling training, I used to have to put one person on my shoulder and another person on my other shoulder, and then I kind of trotted. I could try that.
Do you think you want to try to put me on your shoulder on the other one?
Yes. I could do it. I'm still gingerly.
Could I just like hold on to Laszlo's leg
I mean, you could, yeah.
so you can just carry Kip? Wait, why are we doing this? This sounds like we're just gonna fall.
Yeah, I'm an elf. I think I'm pretty good at like balancing,
you're,
and
nimble.
I'm slender and nimble. I'm good, thank you, Laszlo. Though I appreciate such a gentleman, But yeah, I got this. I think. Watch me roll a one. Watch me roll a one.
All right, so summarily, we're gonna try to get through the room. We'll do some rolls.
Yes.
All right, cool. We'll start left to right. So first of all, Kip, can you go ahead and roll me a d20 at a +4 to get through the room to see if you successfully navigate?
That wonderful elf modifier. Thank goodness.
My rolls have been so bad, I almost legit want to call upon a PP just to bless this friggin' roll. Like that's how.
Never mind if there's any combat. You just want to make sure you get through the fucking room.
Right? I actually think I might. Who of our...
you have behavior points for rerolls, too.
Wait, what?
Oh, right. To those of you who are new here, Keerken, there is a system in the game called behavior points. It is your blue circle on your character token. Those are points you earn for basically doing dope-ass wicked shit. So if you do really cool things or role play really well, in fact, you know what, Keerken, you've been doing such a good job so far. I'm going to give you one for you can use it now. So basically, the way they work is you can spend 5 of them to instantly pass a roll, or you can spend 1 of them to re-roll a roll, but you can't re-roll a re-roll. Essentially,
Got it.
That's the rule.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that the blue thing was our
BPs.
Yeah. So I have 3, correct?
Yes, you have 3.
Okay, I'd like to use all 3 of them.
Yo, you don't have... So here's the way it works. You roll. If you fuck it up, You can
Oh.
spend 1 to reroll.
To reroll. Gotcha. Okay.
If you have 5, you can spend all 5 to completely like pass a roll.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Then I'm rolling this with a 4, you said? 4
Plus
modifier?
4.
If you only get the modifier, you've rolled better
Wait,
than
why
I've
is it
rolled
not
all
working?
night. So you're
Hold on.
fine.
Roll damage. 4. Submit. Hello?
Wait,
Am I doing
roll a
something wrong?
d20.
Oh, yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
damage.
Yep. I
Not
knew that.
damage.
I knew that, guys. It's fine.
The next person who accidentally rolls damage for rolling a d20, I'm going to say you punch yourself in the face for that much damage.
That's brilliant.
But
I'm
congratulations.
yeeting through that door, man. I'm
it's like a dance. It's like which door are you going to? Are you going the one on the left, straight, or on the right?
always go left, right? That's our
Yep,
motto
all right.
here. Yeah.
Always go left.
Right.
Okay, so you go to the door on the left. Keefe, are you going to take Laszlo's offer, or are you going to try and make your way through on your own?
Yeah, I've done screwed up enough today. I'm gonna just gladly ride on his shoulder. Just
All right,
Aye,
so
Cap.
Keefe, you want on the shoulders? Is that where you're going?
Oh, I actually, Laszlo, where is a comfortable spot for you to carry?
I think shoulders is best.
Okay.
All right, you get up on Laszlo's shoulders, and Kip, after dancing her way to the far door, is like, yeah, like, I'm here. We're good. So Laszlo, you're gonna be you're nimble, so you're gonna have a positive, but because you're carrying a halfling on your shoulders, it's gonna negate that. So you're basically gonna just roll me a +1 on a d20. Ooh. You know what? You barely make it. You barely make it through to the left-hand door. You nudge a couple of things, and Keefe is like reaching out to like stop them as you're knocking them over, but you very tensely make your way through the room and to the far left door, which now just leaves Keerken. Keerken, how would you like to reach the left door?
We gotta let him in, right?
Yeah, but that's a problem for when he gets to the door.
Okay.
I think I would just be sort of dexterous. Like, since I just made fun of them all and told them that they could just sort of shimmy their way through, I think I would just sort of do the same thing and pray that my roll makes me look very cool while doing it.
Okay, cool. You're going to get a +7, so give me a d20 and a +7.
You know.
Oh, boy!
Oh. Hey, you know that behavior point I gave you? Did you
Yeah,
maybe
you
want
should
to...
probably use that.
For sure.
Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, you can. There we go. You know, easy come, easy go, right?
Woof-a-diff.
All right.
Oh,
There you go.
See, flawless.
So you kind of dance your way through the room, and you think you're putting on a really good show, but like Jesus Christ, so many of these things have come very close to being knocked over in the process. And you just kind of like flourish your way at the end and come to a stop at the door with them all.
See? Easy.
Actually, yeah, that was really cool. I don't know what came over me, but I like danced my way. I felt like a ballerina. It was quite beautiful, actually.
Maybe we've all learned a
You
lesson.
all are so graceful.
Excellent. So who wants to open the door?
I'm quite tired of these rooms, so I just kind of kick it open.
All right, roll me a d20 unmodified, please. All right, it looks like an empty room. You're not inside of it yet, but there's like some furniture. There's nothing really noteworthy in there.
Great.
Well, this one looks easy.
There's probably something invisible inside that we are gonna get strangled by.
Laszlo, that got dark really quick. Also, this guy, happy like humming at it.
It's been a lonely time.
I'm deceased.
All right, how are you guys gonna handle this?
Don't you remember that rock creature? It had like invisible tentacles, you know.
This is not helping.
You're right.
Well, ultimately,
Sorry, what?
ultimately, you're feeling a little pressed for time trying to accomplish your objectives. So perhaps you should enter the room.
I'm gonna
and do...
enter it. Yeah, I'm sick of this. I'm
Yeah.
going in. I don't care.
All right, cool. Immediately as you walk into the room, you start sneezing uncontrollably.
I start sneezing uncontrollably?
Yeah, start sneezing uncontrollably.
Wait, I could do saggy sneezes.
This is coming
Oh,
10 seconds after the tentacle comment. Can we just...
look at Michael's face. Oh, he doesn't know. That's a real,
Yeah,
honest,
You
saggy
didn't hear Michael.
sneeze.
That's how I sneeze.
I'm not, not exaggerating.
It's either Pikachu being smushed by a semi-truck or it's hentai. There's no in
I'm
between.
ready for you to go into this room.
Is everyone else going to enter the room?
I just kind of carefully walk in.
All right,
Am
you
I still
still
on your
also
shoulder?
start sneezing uncontrollably. Yeah. So you're all in there. You're all sneezing uncontrollably. Everyone is now sneezing. What's your plan? You gonna go for another door? Maybe get out of this.
I need to
inconvenient
get.
room?
I need to get out of here right now. So I start running to the other door as well. I need to get out.
All right. Why don't you? Are you gonna open that other door?
Yep.
Okay. So everyone's in this room just sneezing away. Can we get some ambient sound effects from everyone to emphasize that?
It seems like all you guys are sneezing in the room that you're all in.
Oh yeah, nobody invited you.
Come in if you really want to, but it's awful. No,
Achoo!
get in here.
Achoo! Achoo!
Achoo.
All
Is
right,
this in the
cool.
bed?
Okay, Tara, so you fling open this other door? Yeah. All right, roll me a d20 on modified, please. Oh, a 9. Interesting. Cool. You open the door and you don't see any light whatsoever.
It's just
It's
pitch
incredibly
black.
dark. It's pitch black.
Oh, that's better than sneezing though. Oh, that was. I have a phobia of sneezing. It's really weird. I don't know how that happened. Anyway,
Are you
guys,
guys
This
going-
place really sucks.
it's really dark in here, but you should come in. It's better than the sneezes, I think. At least there's a floor. There's a ground. I just kind of like stomp around, and I feel. I'm assuming there's a floor. I feel like
There's a
hard
floor.
floor beneath
Brave of
me.
you to assume, but yes, there is a floor.
So if I see pitch blackness, man, what are they?
Yeah,
gonna
you
see?
can barely see light. As Keefe, are you coming in with your light out too?
Yeah.
Okay, so when Keefe enters the room, a very small amount of light can be like normally her light would illuminate the entire room, but as she walks into this room, she can only see like a very small area around her light source.
Man, this would be the perfect time for me to have purple glow stick again. Man. Too bad I actually rolled light source correctly.
Yeah.
Whatever.
What is her
So
light
you're-
made out of? Is it radiant by any chance?
Yeah, Dylan,
Yeah.
what's my light made out of?
Yeah, you all feel yourselves getting like a little bit of bone cancer, but it's fine. Like
Oh god.
Nice.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh boy.
it's
Oh,
made out
boy.
of magic.
Got it.
Fucking magic, yo. That's how this works.
It's the scientific term for it.
This is my
Yeah.
fucking magic, yo.
Yeah. All right, so you're in this room. You guys can't see very much. You don't know where the other doors are, but you guess they're in the same exact locations because all of these rooms are the same size and profile. So how would you like to proceed?
Guys, I don't want to be rude, but like, I thought we were going to follow all the doors that I wanted to go to. I thought we were trying to get out of here. You guys just keep running from room to room.
Pick
That's
a door
fair.
then.
Yeah.
Okay, I go, no, you want to go through this one. And then I open a door.
You know, you're not very helpful. You kind of keep all the important information to yourself, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Look, I just want to get this fucking collar off of my neck. My magic's been shit, and it's on the fritz, and I don't know what's going on, and I want to get out of here, and you guys we're going through this goddamn door, and I open the door.
All right, cool. There's no floor.
Oh my God, stop.
You are the literal worst.
Oh, fucking hell.
Turkey's in the chat, guys.
That's 3 12s.
Yes. That
What
was
is statistical improbability?
Oh.
I think I'm going to keep my cool when I open the door, and I'm going to go. And I'm going to go, guys, I've been trying to tell you that this is the room we need to go into, and none of you will listen. So I think it's time to figure out how to get to those doors.
You're Kiernan or whatever your name is.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Actor face. You wait. What? I had a master plan to go in through the no floor doors. You guys decided to go through the vase doors. I have been down for going through this door. Now, will you carry each and every one of us across?
I will try, but just so you know, if I can't support the weight, that person's going down the floor.
I would rather die than be here for as long as you have. I don't think I can live till 500, but still, regardless, I would rather die right now than have to be here for longer than a few hours.
Yes. I'm past
How
my
wide is the
prime.
room?
I've got 20 years at best.
What was that, Keerken?
How wide is the room?
It's the same profile and size as every other room you've entered.
Which
It's
I
just- it
definitely
doesn't have a
remember is.
Oh, okay, right. You want sizes and shit. Gotcha. Oh Christ. How 40
14 feet?
40 feet by 40 feet?
40
No,
feet.
that's pretty. 30? 30.
Yeah.
I'll give you 25. 25. Take it or leave it.
Got it.
All right, 25 by 25 feet. Wait, no, that's really small, isn't it?
I
It's
don't
not-
think so.
It's like
No, it's good. It's good. We're good. We're good with 25. It's a nice solid number.
No, that's not that big.
it's not that big.
I thought these were circular rooms.
No, they're squares.
It's been hard to tell with all the vases and the no floor and the the darkness and the sneezing.
Oh yeah, as you guys are chilling in that room, also you can start to hear like really creepy whispers in the back of your mind.
Forest spirit, is that you? That you sound different.
Sorry, guys. So what is it that you do? Like,
Tell
you guys.
you what, we'll just say they're 50 feet by 50 feet. That's what we're rolling with.
Okay.
If that's big, they're big.
What do? We are seasoned fighters.
Adventurers.
You might not be able to tell right now. We had all of our weapons confiscated, which, by the way, guys, we do still need to get. So when we got into this demonic prison,
Okay.
Speak for yourself. I have my pistols on me.
Just a reminder, Kip, you're the only one missing Pip. That's it.
Ah.
Everyone has it.
Okay, well, I'm missing my beloved familiar Pip, which is my trusty Pomeranian who turns into a bow on my command. Yes, but she's not here, and I've been on edge about it because I don't know where she is. She was taken away from me. Also, guys, I don't know if you remember Devotion and crew. We need to go find them. So, yeah, basically, all you need to know.
That's for another time. Listen, don't even. How did you get these on? What'd you do?
What was Rex's character's
Oh, what was
name?
this? It was like do 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 do. That's not what it was, but it was some song. What was the song? I don't actually remember what it was.
Oh, I don't remember.
It was a song that none of you actually remember.
Damn it.
And you don't actually have an instrument capable of unlocking them.
Because
right
I have
here,
my
right?
automaton, right?
Yeah.
What if I had remembered the song?
You do. You could try. I mean, you could try, but as you guys are still in this room, you can hear louder and louder kind of like voices that you don't recognize the language. They were a whisper, but now they're getting like screamy
Oh boy.
in the back of your mind.
Oh boy. Okay. Guys, we should just really try the plan. I think we should get out of here. This is getting scary and it's hurting my sensitive elf ears.
I want to levitate off the ground and try to go over to open the door.
Okay, you can do that.
But I would like to roll for it. I would like to roll for it.
You want to roll for it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Give me a +6 on a d20.
Here we go. No, I've got a plan. I can't believe it's a 12, but I've got a plan. My intention.
What is this number? What the fuck are you doing to this game?
I've hacked roll 20 and just made it roll 12.
You're playing roll 12 while we're playing roll 20.
Roll 12.
All right, cool. So you managed that. You levitate into the room. It's a little choppy, but you're good.
Cool. Yeah, I want it to be a little choppy. I think with my powers so weak, and then I will open the door. I can't go in, but I can open the door and look into it.
That's true. You can. All right. Give me a roll on a d20.
Ooh, spicy.
All right. Cool.
How?
That's one number up from your usual roll. So we're making progress.
Getting better. I don't want to brag.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was expecting another bottomless room. Like I thought you were just gonna. But yep.
I will fucking carry these people across the hole if I can.
Okay, cool. So you can float back and pick up one of them if you want.
Okay. I will pick up the small one to see if I can do it.
Okay.
If you can't, I'll just fall in the hole. It's fine.
How is this process going down? Please describe it to me.
I come over and I say, I'm going to try and float you over. Please be aware that this collar does affect a lot of the things that I do. I'm not sure how the extra weight's going to go. Do I have your consent to possibly drop you in a bottomless hole?
Maybe use your magic to assist his flight.
Yeah, I don't know if I really want to use magic, to be quite honest.
I was like, another Laszlo suggestion.
How about you do your magic? If it goes well, I'll help you.
Wait,
and if
can I pray to my god?
You've got to practice. You can't just let it die.
There's a lot you can do. Like you could conjure a bridge or something and pray to a god to do so. Like that's totally a reasonable thing.
Oh no, I wanted a god to bless our flight.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you don't want a bridge.
Yeah, you want to ride Keerken, but okay, sure.
No, Kiki would not think to be logical enough to make a bridge. She'd be like, yeah, sure. Hey God, can you help me fly better on this guy's shoulder?
All right, cool. What god are you going to? Can Derek, can we get the PP?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
We can get
So
the PP.
this is a little aside to everybody here. These are our high tier donators on Patreon. They are literal gods in our universe unto which our players can pray to. And if they are present in the chat, they can say yes or no as to how their blessing is given. And then I will translate that into the game. So who would you like to appeal to for their blessing, Kifi?
Kifi is going to pray to her patron saint, Lord Zach of the Boras.
Perfect. Can you give me a prayer?
His yes, I can. Dearest Lord Zach of the Boras, my patron saint, please bless this flight so I don't fall in this pit. Enough has gone wrong today already. I'd like to just get to the next room if possible. Please, Lord Zach of the Boras, help me out. Please. Maybe.
All right, are you good?
We're just waiting. So now we wait for Lord Zach Bora to bless it or not bless it.
Lord Zach of the Boras, do you offer your blessing to this this devout follower offering her prayer?
He said, can you describe how he flies?
Can you describe how I don't know, like Superman? Shit, like he levitates. He can,
He
he
should
can
explain
moonwalk
it.
across for all
Let
we
him
care.
explain it. Keerken, how do you fly?
Just like really gracefully.
Just
You know,
like
like-
really graceful.
It's definitely levitation, but like, you know, it's like that. I don't want to show you because I'm wearing sweatpants.
No
But it's very,
judgment
like-
here.
You know, like if he was on the ground, he would like get up a little like this and sort of just like hover across.
Uh,
So I would just
All
like get her under one arm and like up. Huh.
perfect. All right, I want you both to roll me a d20, but it's been blessed, and so Keerken is going to have a +10, and I want Kifi to have a +8.
Whew, that's the highest modifier I've ever had.
It's a good thing you
No.
prayed.
Stop this. Stop this.
A +8 modifier rolls a 12.
All right. So you barely hang on there. You look down and see the infinite void below you, and you start kind of scrabbling over Keerken, kind of messing his hair up, like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. But he's like still maintaining his composure, taking you across, a little annoyed that you're messing up his hair. And he gets you to the other end and puts you in the room. And are you going to try and do anything from the room, Kifi?
Like,
Or are we
can I
going to go on to
see?
the next person?
Well, I
The
was gonna
room
say,
is the room looks completely normal.
Oh, I've thrown her in the. She doesn't. I've put her in the room.
You yeeted her into the room. Okay,
Oh,
so
he's
There's no
like,
floor, so she
"Sneak up."
either has to go in the room. I'm like just trying to dump them in the next room.
okay, cool. So you yeet her into the next room. She's in there. Oddly enough, there isn't like the sound of impact when you get thrown in, but everything else looks normal aside from the fact that like you didn't hear yourself like hit the ground.
But I did hit the ground, right?
You
I'm
hit
not
the
just-
ground, but you
okay.
didn't hear it.
I was like, as long as I'm not endlessly falling, that's fine. We're fine.
I'm gonna zip back over, and
All right.
I'm gonna try and take the elf now.
I have a
All right.
name, Kiernan, or whatever your name is.
Oh
it's
yeah!
Kip.
Oh, really good comeback.
It's
Yeah,
Kip.
no, that's nice. Kip,
I
Cap,
have a
Kip,
name
Kip.
forgets the name of the other person.
Listen, do you want to yeet over? Is that what your grandma used to say? Yeet?
He
We
did.
just yeet you over here?
Yes, I'm ready to yeet. I'm ready to
Alright.
yeet. Can I just? Is it?
Uh,
Do I just and then or?
Yeah, just grab. Not there. No.
Oh,
no.
so sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, here.
Perfect. All right,
You
here we
are,
go.
Like really solid.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Plus, it's going to be a d20 with a +6 for Keerken, and a d20 with like a +4 for Kip.
Oof. You are heavier than the last one, I say.
It's cool. She makes up
Too
for
many
it. So-
brownies. God, I really gotta stop with the brownies.
So you're kind of like, oh, this is a lot heavier, and she's just kind of like using you as a surfboard by the end of it, and just leaps off of you into the other room because
So
she knows.
gracefully.
Now that is what
Yeah.
I call yeeting. Good job. Thank you.
Did you say that as you landed in the room?
Yeah, it was one of those
Somebody
cool
heard
things.
you.
Like I hopped down and I'm just like, now that's what I call yeeting.
Okay, you say that, and
Yeah.
no sound comes out of your mouth. All right.
Back over.
Yep. Now, are you gonna grab Laszlo here? Lastly,
All right.
I'm not feeling too confident about this.
Me neither. Not really.
Is there any kind of ridge in this room?
Nope.
Just smooth all the way down, huh?
Yep. The ceiling isn't there and the floor isn't there.
I pull out my book and I cast Calm Emotions.
Like you want to soothe him?
Yes. Just so I can get this fucking over with.
All right, cool. Yeah, sure. You're gonna try to like soothe him with. Do you want to quote any scripture, or do you just want to go ahead with it?
I'm gonna say, as we come to terms with that which brings us stress, we find comfort in our Lord and our God, and He brings us to ease. And then I close my book in panic and just fucking eat.
All right, cool. Do you like pick him up immediately after like saying that too? Like,
yeah, I gotta sling him, right? Like, and he,
right.
I calmed him too much, maybe by the looks of it.
Well, you go ahead and roll me a d20 and add a +7, and we'll see how much it calmed Laszlo. All right, it calmed him the fuck down.
Nice.
So Laszlo, you're a little more like inclined to this, unless you'd rather roll a defense roll, but otherwise, what do you say? Do you want to roll a defense?
I love you guys.
Okay, cool. It's a little effective. So you're just you're gonna like chuck him across the distance. Is that what your plan was?
Oh no, I'm gonna try and fly him. I just didn't want him to struggle because he didn't want to go with me.
Oh right, okay, cool. So at this stage, let's say that you'll have to roll a d20 +4, Keerken, and Laszlo d20 +2.
Oh!
I'll roll your d20.
Nice.
Wow. Okay, this was the most effective.
That was.
You got him over real easy. It didn't. It looked like it was going to go poorly, but it sure didn't. No
offense, but he was the lightest one of all.
You were.
You're real shiny.
No, we don't actually. No, the whole shiny thing's a myth. I mean, never mind.
So you throw him into the room, and now anything Laszlo says is also inaudible.
It's gonna be real hard to get invited into this room.
Yeah, it is. It's
almost like that was on purpose or something. Almost like that.
Anyway, guys, gotta go.
Oh shit.
You could lean out the door, maybe.
I just kind of gingerly like almost fall back through the door, leaning in to say he can come in. So you can come in now. Okay.
Go in.
All right, cool. You guys are now in a room together, and there's no sound. Nothing you do makes sound. You can't hear each other talk. What's the plan of action here?
Well, we can't talk, so we don't happen to know sign language, do we? Yeah, we might
right now live.
Okay, let's
you
do it.
can say what your character's doing, but you can't say anything on behalf of your character.
Yeah. I think we should legitimately try charadesing.
All right, cool. So you're all standing there in the center of this unassuming room. There's no furniture. You can't hear anything.
Wait, and we can't. Wait, in this one, can we see anything? God, we've been in too many rooms. Can we see in this one?
It's very
no,
nondescript.
this was pitch black. Okay.
It's empty. Well, no, it's not pitch black, but it's empty. There's no furniture or anything.
Okay.
Are there doors to this one too?
Yep. Just like every other door, there's 3 other doors you could access.
I think open the closest door to me and try just screaming.
So you're just gonna go try to open a door?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go try to just get fed up that I've been probably talking this entire time and realize that no one can hear me.
Can you hand sign it to us? Can you charades it to us? So that we know. I hear a cat.
I'm gonna walk over to a different door and open it. What did she, so she's opened the door.
She's about to, right?
Oh no, yeah, that's perfect actually. Keerken, are you gonna open another door while she opens a door?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So first, Keefe, walk over to that door, open it, and roll me a d20. Unmodified d20.
Oh,
nice. So as you open the door that you're looking into, you can see a room that's much like the others. And as you look into it, there's a floating kind of it's like Quicksilver, but black almost. It looks like obsidian metal in just a big floating blob in the middle. And it doesn't really do anything other than just kind of, it looks almost like it notices you. But as you lean past the threshold, you can speak again if you wanted to.
I'm just gonna yell.
Can you do
Just
that?
loudly. I don't want to hurt your ears.
A quiet yell.
Yeah, and we'll just assume it was louder.
Ah!
There you go. Perfect. All right, so everyone looks over and notices that, and that kind of draws Keerken's attention as he opens the other door. Now, Keerken, normally I would have you roll, but this is the part of the adventure where we resolve the viewer poll. So for those of you watching at home, if you're wondering, why is there a vote here, and why does it have one of every player's name on it? Well, we'll find that out, won't we? But just for the last few seconds here, if you're hearing my voice, I'll give you a few seconds to cast your votes in case you didn't get a chance to cast your votes. But every session, we usually have one or two votes that we do on the stream. And if you go ahead and cast your votes now, we'll resolve what occurs as a result of that vote. So do it now, cast your votes. I'm going to refresh it. There's a delay in the stream, so I'll give you a couple seconds. But yep, it looks like we have our results, or not, because the thing crashed. There we go. Now it's fixed. Perfect. So as Keerken reaches for the door and opens it, there is this is the result. So we had some close votes here. We had 6% for Keefe. We had 22% for Kip. We had 29% for Laszlo, and we had a whopping 43% for Keerken on this vote.
Enjoy this.
So as you open this one door into another room, there is kind of a slow splooshing noise, almost like the sound of someone kicking over a large pile of lima beans, and you're a little distracted because you're like, oh, hey, she can make noise over there again. And as you turn to look at your door, silently a large mass of just what looks to be some nondescript gelatinous blah comes pouring in. It's green. It's got chunks in it that you're not really descriptive of. And unfortunately, there's no sound in the room. So you are just wordlessly starting to be avalanched on by this ever-expanding pile of goop.
That's what people voted, that Keerken would get gooped?
Yes, the voting is who gets the goopening. And Keerken got the goopening.
Wow, chat. So nice.
So, oh boy. Nothing worse could have ever happened to Keerken. He is all about appearances. He wears the finest clothing. Like, he thought it was bad having a collar because it didn't match his outfit. Like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened.
Is he possibly like crying? Does he have like a tear? Is he weeping right now?
I mean, I can't speak, but I'm just like flailing, I assume, just like trying to I don't know, but I'm very caught off guard.
Yeah, so you're not entirely sure what this is. Maybe it's like a room that's just for storing like an infinite supply of like some kind of basic food item or something, but it's continuously expanding out into the room, and Keerken is currently pinned under an avalanche of goop. And you guys can't hear this, and you've all been distracted by Keefe opening the other door. Can I have some perception checks here? Roll some unmodified d20s from Kip and Laszlo. Okay. So Laszlo, you're like, oh, neat. And you walk towards Keefe's door, like completely oblivious of what's going on. Meanwhile, Kip, you look over and you're like, you're surprised that the giant, like the door is literally just gooping out continuous levels of whatever this is, and it's not stopping. You get the sense that maybe the other room creates an infinite supply of whatever this is and feeds it into other rooms. And it's doing that at quite a pace right now. So how would you like to maybe get everyone's attention to potentially get Keerken out of this sticky situation?
Well, they can't hear me, right?
Nope, nobody can hear anything. This room is devoid of sound.
Okay, well, I'll just start flailing, trying to get their attention.
So we're both just
flailing! Like, they can see. And then I'm just gonna be like, pointing toward Keerken. And do this.
All right, cool. Keefe and Laszlo, can you give me another perception roll? Unmodified d20. Keefe doesn't give a shit.
I'm just yelling endlessly into the other room, like,
yeah. And as you yell into the room, the like warping thing of like metal is starting to like react to your voice. But Laszlo like is like, oh, this seems interesting, and is like looking over Keefe's shoulder into the room, and then looks over to the left, and is like, oh shit, you're getting buried in ooze. Do you want to tap Keefe on the shoulder or anything, or what do you want to do with this newfound knowledge?
I just grab her. I just grab her real quick.
Like where?
Just by her arm.
Okay.
And pull her into the room.
All right, fair enough. So you're a little jarred by that, but it gets the point across. So now you've all noticed Keerken, who is now very thoroughly avalanched under a pile of silent green ooze, with chunks of like what looks like corn in it. So you hope it's food. So what are you guys gonna do about this? Kip, you got any ideas?
I have my gnomish water.
Can I?
Okay. Oh yeah. Dump water on it.
Dump water on the ooze. That should do it.
Yeah.
I'm glad none of you are strong and could ever help me in any way.
Man, this guy's sassy. Obviously, no one can hear me.
So sassy.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, none of us can hear.
You communicated with eyebrows.
I'm angry eyebrows.
So taking an affront to his obvious implication, I run over and just sift through the goo.
You sift through it. You just plunge your hand
Why
into the
are you
goo?
not goo yourself?
Yes, I reach in for an arm or a leg or something.
Okay, is anybody else doing anything in relation to Laszlo's actions, or are you letting him just kind of do
No,
this?
I'm not touching that stuff.
I'll help. I don't mind.
You're gonna run up and sift through the goo too, eh?
Yeah. Sorry, I cut you off there. But
no,
yeah,
it's okay.
I'll sift through the goop. Then I just kind of like,
Is there a way?
as I'm going, I pull on Kip a little bit, like, come on.
Can I like shut the door like to stop it, or I have to get through the goop to shut it?
You could try to
stop
shut
it?
the door.
Okay, I'm gonna try to shut the door while they're trying to sift Keerken out. I will.
All right.
Try to shut
Cool.
the door.
I want everyone to give me a D20 at a -4.
Oof.
Why do we have to roll?
Except for Keerken. He's in a bit of a different
Oh my god.
Please.
Oh! For those of you new at home, a red border means that the default roll of that roll was a critical failure. Keefe rolled a 1. So Kip got an unnatural one. But Kip and Keefe fail this experience spectacularly. So
we're really useful.
So useful.
Kip, you go around to the side and try to like shoulder the door closed. And as you do so, you slip and also get put into. And Keefe, likewise, you go to start sifting, and you're really small, and it's moving at a speed you aren't really like aware of. And before you know it, you're basically stuck beside Keerken under the avalanche of ooze, getting pushed further and further into the center of the room by this slowly expanding avalanche. So now Kip, Keefe, and Keerken are all oozed up and being spread out into the room. However, Laszlo, you have some success. You managed to bail enough of it away from Keerken to get a hold of his arm. So that's where we're at now. So Laszlo is the only remaining capable moving person. What do you want to do?
I just kind of pull with all my might out of the ooze.
You're going to try to pull Keerken from the ooze?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, that's cool. Is there anything you want to do in addition to it, or you just want to roll it?
No, I'm just going to go for it.
All right. It's a little slippery, but you're a firm fellow. I'll give you a +2 to a D20. Nice.
Ooh.
All right. You managed to pop Keerken out of the green ooze at a rate that's faster than its expansion into the room, thus freeing you both. You still can't talk, and it's like this weird. It's like watching a silent movie, but in color, and it's just like somebody should be playing like a piano, like intense piano, like accompaniment. I wish I had that right now, actually.
Okay, I suggest with movement of my hand that he head towards the room that Keefe opened, so we don't lose any more people.
All right, Keerken, are you going to take his advice, or are you going to do something else?
Yeah, no, I can't go through the door, but I'm definitely getting away from the ooze.
You're like ick and like
yeah,
moving
I'm
away.
done helping.
There.
All right, cool. Laszlo, are you going to try and help either of these ladies out of the ooze?
Yes, I'm. Since Keefe's so little, I'm going to dive in for her next.
You're gonna dive in for her, are you?
Yes, since I know the feeling of the goo, I'm gonna go in confidently.
Freezing.
All right.
Freezing.
You've gotten used to the goo feeling. That's I gotcha. Cool. So roll me a d20, and at a plus, I'm gonna say +2.
Can we breathe in the goo? Like,
your heads are popping out of it.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you haven't been fully submerged. Oh, well, amazingly, Laszlo makes this a successful endeavor and hauls you out of the goo, Keefe. Silently, of course, because there's no sound in this room.
I'm just gonna
what do you
salute him.
You're gonna and then just move over.
Yep.
All right, Laszlo, do you want to try and get Kip out of the goo?
Yes. Once again, I direct her towards the door, and I dive in again, and I'm so I hate this goo, and I just go for it.
I'll give you a +4 because of that line. Nice. All right, you managed to pull Kip out, and you kind of like give her the same business, and you guys all head to the room. And I assume in the process, once you get into this room, you invite Keerken in.
Me or Laszlo?
Yes. You're all covered in goo.
All right, perfect. And does anyone maybe close the door on your way through?
Yeah.
Please close the door.
Defo, close the door.
There's like a group effort to close the door so that there's no more goo incidents, and you seal it shut. And now the three of you, or pretty much the four of you, you dived into it, so you're all gooey. It's kind of like when people get slimed by the Slimer in Ghostbusters, almost kind of like, but like a little more jello-y. So you're all just sitting there gooed up, having a good time.
Oh, get out.
Aren't I nearly naked?
Can you
at
get
this
minus
point?
behavior points? Can the DM get bad puns?
So you guys are in this room. You're sitting there, and you're kind of like looking at this warping metal in the middle of the room, and you kind of sit there and ponder your next move. And as we go towards engaging in our next move, we take our first break. So you have just escaped a room full of guckety slime that you're pretty sure was used to feed people, and don't want to think about what other thing it could be. You're now sitting in this room covered in oozy gooey goodness with a couple of little chunks sticking out of it. And you're in a room where there is a floating ball orb thing. Like it's like a warping, God, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like floating in midair. Looks kind of like obsidian quicksilver. It's like black metal, very bright. And when you guys talk, it seems to respond to your conversations. So how would you like to handle this room?
I'm wiping the slime off of my body, and I am visibly aggravated. And I think I'm just like, I've been here for 500 fucking years, and not once have I ever opened a door to slime. I don't know what kind of bullshit you guys have brought onto this little realm, but I've never ever opened a door of slime. I don't know what gods you pray to. I don't know who's controlling your destinies. But if that happens again, I will fucking lose my mind.
That's fair. I am disgusted. Well, anyway, this thing. Hello? Can you hear me? Can we interact with it?
Ripples a bit towards you. Like as you speak, it kind of like, it's like almost like there's an impact of sound waves on it. And it kind of like moves a little bit towards you, but not threat. It doesn't look threatening.
Okay. Has anyone ever seen one of these things before? Anybody know what this is? No?
God.
I'm not magical in the least, so I won't be...
I can try and, I mean, I can probably tell it's magical, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There's no, I don't know what this is, right? I have no idea. As a person, I don't know what this is. Am I in some world where I might know what it is?
You want to roll to check to see if you understand maybe like the lore history of this thing?
Yeah, that's a better way of phrasing what I was trying
to
to
ask. We can do that. If everyone wants to roll an unmodified d20, we can see if you could maybe figure out even a hint or an idea of what the hell this is in front of you.
I know exactly what it is. I know exactly what it is.
You're like, well, fuck everyone else's attempts to roll. Like, as you look at it, and the thing like ripples a bit. What the fuck?
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
Get out. This isn't
feel
real.
like when we make a dice emote, it just has to say 12 on it.
Dude, somebody, Curtis, I think, already did a Photoshop of... Did you guys see it? Curtis, can you link it in chat again? Already did a 12 on all sides of a die Photoshop.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
It's really funny.
12, by the way. Just like
there it is. There it is. Keerken brand D20.
Yeah, there's like a little whisper in the room, and you can kind of hear like a voice kind of say, Kent Weebs, thank you very much for gifting 5 subs to the community.
Thank you.
And holy shit, Curtis, that is hilarious. That Keerken brand D20.
Oh no, that's embarrassing.
We might have to get that 3D printed from Grimforge and,
Oh my
and
God.
give that away.
Chris, if you're here in chat, is that possible? Could we get a D20 that just has 12 on it?
Please. Like, please. A couple of them. We got to send one to Michael as well.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
That would be amazing. Okay.
Anyway.
Anyways, none of you matter compared to Keefe, apparently. It was all just fluff. So Keefe like looks real. Oh, that's awesome, Chris. Okay, we definitely need to do that then.
Yes, we can do the thing. Thank you, Grimforge.
Yes. Thank you so much. Keefe, you look directly at this thing for a minute, and everyone's kind of like, oh no. Laszlo's like about to suggest something, and then you're just like, it turns into things when you say them. Then that's what you get in your mind, because I shouldn't be speaking for you. So like in your brain, you're like, it turns into things when you say them. So you can go ahead and tell everybody that.
I gotta figure out how to say this and have it not turn into something. I think I'll tell them that sentence that this thing will turn into whatever we say. So proceed
guys.
with caution. Question.
This thing will turn into whatever you say. Welcome to this room.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I knew that too.
Yeah.
Okay. How can this help us? What can we make it turn into? Are there
Maybe
other
a musical instrument that gets rid of my collar?
Ooh, that's a really good idea. Can we remember what the instrument?
No one can play the instrument though.
Keefe also knows, I'll let you relay this information, but Keefe, you also know that you get the impression that this thing only will make one thing per person every few days or so. So you could only get one thing out of it per person asking for a thing.
Okay. So we each get one shot at this, friends, for I don't know how long. So before you imagine it to or say it to be something, let's make sure we're, really thinking through what we're gonna use it for.
Can I I don't know how to do this, either roll or whatever to see, can it mock, how do I put this? Can it make a copy of a person? Can we actually have Rex's character come out and be him and then have somebody else try to spawn the...
Keefe, you also get the sense, because you fucking rolled a critical 20, that anything you make out of this thing will just be made out of the same material. So you get the impression it's not going to make living replicas of things.
It won't be sentient at all. It'll just kind of be in whatever the shape.
Whatever they want it made out of is going to be made out of this material, and it's going to be made out of that same kind of enchanted obsidian metal.
Okay.
Okay, so no way of getting that collar off, I don't think.
Listen, guys, I like you. I like you a lot. We're all friends here. If I were you, I'd maybe... There's only a few more doors left before you guys get to leave. I can't leave. Not with this collar on. But it's not going to be easy. The next few doors are going to be hard. I'd maybe try and get some weapons.
Okay. You stay here. We go get our weapons. We promise we'll come back for you.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, that's what they all say.
No, for real. And Rex Volcon is out there somewhere. I think we can track him down and he could come sing that collar off for you.
It's fine. Nah, I've been doing it for 500 years. What's another couple 100 years, right?
No, Keerken, listen. I promise you we will come back. We always do. And you have proven yourself. You helped us through this. You've proven yourself. I don't think you're bad. You're a bad person. We will come back for you. Promise.
Ha! It was a test. You've passed.
Really? What?
Yeah. No, not really. I was just... Seemed like a thing to say right there. Just trying to break the tension. Felt a little too real, honestly.
Yeah, it's so real.
A little too much for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. You've been here for so long. I don't know. So you won't even be able to, even with your collar on, you can't leave here?
Nah.
Okay.
Way to bring the room down.
I was trying to be like
No, this
inspiring.
sad sack
Oh.
over here.
Whoa.
All right. Okay. You know what? Well, you know what? There's another door. Let's just go through it. I promise the next room, amazing.
Can we take this like blob of thing with us?
No, it's stuck here. If you want something from it, you got to think of what you want it to become now.
I want to open the door so they can see what's in the next room.
All right, so you're gonna open the door
Yeah.
so they can see. Okay, cool. So Keerken, as you guys are sitting there trying to figure out what is kind of like the optimal thing you should ask this like morphing ball of like enchanted whatever for, Keerken walks over and opens the door, and on the other side of the door is a room. You can't see fully into it, but the whole room is just full of like really impressive looking baked goods. Like there's lots of pastries and like pie and cakes
there-
and
Elvish friendship bread? Asking for a friend.
maybe. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there. It's like a very large archive of all kinds of baked goods and sweets and stuff. You could
Ooh,
call
raspberry
it a dessert
tarts.
room.
What? This doesn't feel real. This feels like a trap or something. Oh my god, do I see Elvish friendship brownies? I can't tell. Oh, there's so many things in here. I want them.
I'm just gonna.
Maybe the.
Oh, go ahead.
No. I like when you talk.
I just was gonna. I was just gonna say to the big thing, bread knife.
Oh my god.
You're gonna ask the thing for a bread knife?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, it wobbles a little bit, and it kind of like bloop onto the ground and comes up, and there's a really shiny, like you get the impression this thing is never gonna dull, never gonna wear down. You have probably the most fantastic fucking bread knife that has ever existed, in a size accessible to you, for you.
I seem well equipped for this room now. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm like ready to go walk into the other.
Make sure that you add that to your inventory also on your character sheet, please. The obsidian metal bread knife. That's what you can call it.
Okay.
So, never mind. Wait, do you have to roll right now? Sorry, I missed that. What are you
Nope,
doing?
it's
Okay,
just
you
gonna
already
give it
did
to
the
you
thing.
for free,
Okay.
whatever you want.
I'm gonna be like come to this revelation because I actually really did in real life and go, can I wait, guys? I think I can ask for my weapon, right? Do you think I could ask for Pip?
It can't replicate living creatures.
Damn it!
So it wouldn't do the same. It's just it creates like a solid, like once it's made, doesn't turn into anything else.
Okay,
You
then,
just get like a really high quality metal item.
okay,
Basically.
fine. I am going to ask for the coolest, most badass, dragon-looking sword, great sword, two-handed, please.
You want a two-handed greatsword.
Yep,
With dragons on it.
with dragons on it.
on it.
Dragon embellishments.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how edgy do you want this dragon sword
That
to
will
look?
affect my roll.
No, it's
Oh.
just I want to know how edgy you
I
want
want
this
it
dragon
to
sword.
be maximum edge.
All right,
Maximum
Uh,
edge. Obsidian
this-
steel.
cool.
Yeah.
It's luckily for you, this material is incredibly light and very, very powerful. So it's it comes down and it goes boop, and then this nice long two-handed sword that like do you want it like gripped double-handed at the bottom, or like do you want like a long like bottom of it?
So that I
Like,
could double grip on the bottom, like long enough to just both fit.
Okay, you want to William Wallace that bitch, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So
Die
you have
Hard,
a very
right?
a very a very light dragony sword. The shape of the blade is like it's got like inlays of like silver flame motifs on it, and the top of the blade is like indented into the sides of the blade, looks like a dragon mouth almost, but it's like this really wicked looking impressive weapon. And the haft is also very dragony. It's like two dragons kind of like sitting on either side that forms the hilt of it, and then the haft, the area where you grab it two-handed, is just this really nice like almost white marble looking kind of like effect. And this whole thing is just like edgy as fuck. It's beautiful. So can you put in your character sheet, before you forget,
Yeah.
can you put two-handed obsidian metal greatsword?
Okay.
And then
I forget how to
in
do
brackets, hella dragons.
that. Hella dragons. I can't remember how to do that on here. Journal, right?
Yeah.
And
You
then,
go to the
God, we
journal.
were getting so many characters. Okay, here we go.
And you click on yourself and you hit edit, and then you scroll down into the inventory.
Okay.
And you add that information. Meanwhile, Laszlo, is there anything you want from this this ball of obsidian metal?
I look at the ball and I think we've been getting in a lot of fights without weapons, so I thought I'm going to ask for 2 dusters, like knuckle
Feather
dusters.
duster?
No, like
Oh,
knuckle
like
dusters.
brass knuckles?
Yes.
Do you want them like how? Describe these to me.
I want them to have like little diamond encrusted pointy things at the end, and I want them to be, perfectly fit to my hand, perfectly balanced, and so I could tear shit up.
All right, it gets the gist of what you're looking for, and the same bloop, and there's 2 really nice looking kind of like knuckle dusters that it can't make diamond, but it has like a facsimile kind of appearance. It's very sharp and effective. So these look like they would do some serious damage, and you pick them up and you kind of put them in the pockets of the robe you stole. Or do you just want to wear them for now?
I'm going to wear them forever, even to bed.
Okay. All right. Now, Keerken, do you want anything from the metal ooze?
Oh no, definitely not.
No?
Nah.
All right, cool. Fair enough.
You don't want anything at all, Keerken?
Nah, you guys seem to. Nah, it's cool.
Do you think there's
I'm
anything
good.
that could take off your collar? That you asked
Oh
for?
nah, it's fine. Nah.
I mean,
You
I'm sure
confuse
you
me
could
very
think of
much.
something.
Nah, it's cool. You guys want to go get some donuts?
Why do you want us to go in there so badly?
What are you
I
talking
have-
about?
I have a bread knife, so we should be prepared.
I
got this
honestly
dope-ass
can't
dragon
stress.
sword.
I honestly cannot stress enough how weird you guys are. I've never had this much difficulty getting someone to go into the donut room.
This is crazy. Why do you want us to go in the donut room? I thought you wanted us to go get our stuff and then come back and free you.
I'm trying to get you out of here. That's what I'm here for. That's why I can't leave. If I leave, no one else will ever escape.
So you're telling us that the way to escape is the only way is going into that donut room?
No, but it's a good room to go into, isn't it?
I mean, I am so starving. So I mean,
I'm just gonna
Are you,
nod enthusiastically and start walking towards the donuts.
I'm really more
It's
of
like,
a
makes sense.
savory man.
Sounds good.
Yeah, there's cheese croissants.
All right, let's do this in order. Kip, are you going into the donut room? Yes or no?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm standing there like the Will Smith meme, just like the Zac Efron.
All right. Keefe, are you entering the donut room?
Yep. Just like
Okay.
proudly wielding my bread knife.
All right. Laszlo, are you entering the donut room?
Do I have a choice?
You could stand on the threshold of the donut room if you really want to.
Yeah, I'm not big on sweets. I'll just stand here.
Laszlo, no, you know the rules. If we all die, we die together. You know.
Damn it! Damn it!
Don't forget our pact.
Fine. I'll go into the room. You
Yes.
twist my rubber arm.
Awesome.
All right. Is anyone going to do Keerken the favor of inviting him into the room? Or
Come on in, Keerken.
Okay, I guess we are.
Wow, thank you so much. Oh, what a kind gesture.
Oh,
All right,
sorry.
you're
Was
now-
I? Did you not want me to?
Oh, thanks, guys.
No, it's fine, I guess.
I'm just like,
This
sure.
can
Come
only go totally well. This can only
No,
go
that's
well.
appropriately Keefe. It's fine.
It's so Keefe. Extra trusting and just, yep, come on in. This isn't
All right.
suspicious at all.
on.
So, you guys enter the room and you see that there's a lot of baked goods fucking everywhere, and it's all the color of the rainbow for everything you could shove in your face if you're having a fat kid moment. So, but other than that, it's the same deal. There's like doors on either side. What are you gonna do? What's the plan here?
I'm going to immediately search for Elven Friendship Brownies.
Okay, cool. You really quickly find Elven Friendship Brownies.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm really quickly going to have one large bite of my Elven Friendship Brownie.
Okay, cool. Keefe, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna look for the biggest, sweetest, sparkliest donut there is.
All right, you find a pretty big, sweet, sparkly donut.
Perfect.
You're
I'm just gonna hold it.
gonna hold it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Laszlo, are you doing anything?
I just kind of nose around and look for like a sausage roll, maybe.
Surprisingly, you find one.
Oh.
There's actually a little platter of sausage rolls. They look really good. There's actually some HP sauce like beside them too.
Wow.
These brownies taste like better than I've ever had. Like, how is this possible? Oh, I know it looks like lettuce, but it's like, it's amazing.
Definitely a brownie.
I know it's like a lettuce wrapped burger, but it tastes like a fresh.
Laszlo, are you gonna do anything with these sausage rolls?
I might as well eat it. Who knows when the last time I ate?
That's fair. You are all pretty hungry. Like, it has been a while since you've had anything to eat other than like goop a little while ago, because some of it got in your mouths. Keerken, are you gonna do anything in this room?
I think I'm going to very obviously not do anything in this room.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Perfect. All right. So everybody. Only Kip and Laszlo eat anything in the room, right? Keefe, you're just still proudly holding your donut.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Cool.
Basking
Where
in its glory.
are you close to anybody like who just ate anything?
I don't know. I wandered off to find the most perfect one. Was it close to the sausage rolls or the?
You can decide. Are you close to either of them?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
So that's
All right.
very
Oof.
All right. So Kip, you you basically like reach out and grab a friendship brownie and you take a bite of it, and it is the best thing you've ever tasted in terms of like baked goods. Like it's like perfect. Like you've never been able to make them this good, and you're kind of jealous, but you don't care because it's just like it's the best. And Laszlo, likewise the sausage rolls, spot on. You know, everything's good about it. It's the right balance. You feel like a proper middle-aged man in his comfort zone consuming sausage rolls.
Ooh, is it andouille sausage? Ooh, yeah.
Yes, absolutely it is. And as you guys are munching on them, Keerken is kind of like leaning back a bit with a smirk on his face, and Keefe is really still enamored with her donut. And Kip, as you're like eating the friendship brownie, you're like, maybe I'll sample another one. And as you kind of like go to touch it, the friendship brownie is kind of like stuck to you, and you're a little confused. It's almost kind of like, like here. I'll give you a visual demonstration because I can do this. So you're like reaching for this elven friendship brownie, and this magnet is your hand, right over here. These magnets, and as you're reaching this one, well, there's an elven friendship brownie on your hand now, and it's kind of stuck there. You can pull it off, but it seems very attracted to you, and likewise, Laszlo, the other sausage rolls on the plate are kind of like attaching themselves to your arm. So that's what's happening right now.
Isn't this nice?
I should have trusted my instinct.
What's happening?
What do you mean what's happening? You get to eat everything you love.
Why is it sticking to me?
Oh, God, why don't you? So you don't have to go look for it. It comes to you. Eat it.
Man, this one time at this like elven festival, people were like passing around like a bunch of elven friendship brownies, and they were really strong, and they tasted like almost as good as these. And I ate like 5, and I was transported to another dimension, and some like crazy stuff was going on. So like, I don't know if I want to have more.
Okay. Well, if you don't want to be transported to another dimension, fine, stay here.
I mean, I wouldn't mind getting out of here, but I can't leave my pals.
As you're kind of having this dialogue, a couple of more baked goods start to kind of like vibrate and move towards you from other shelves, towards Kip and Laszlo. And like you're kind of like, things start kind of flying off and sticking to you guys, kind of like magnets almost, but it's a messy affair because it's like pie, right? And like cake and shit.
Oh, what the?
You've got to finish what's in your hand.
Keerken, what are you do? What did you do?
You've got to
to
finish
us?
what's in your hand.
Why? They just keep coming. Oh,
I'm just gonna like very quickly just shove my entire donut in my mouth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're
Just
gonna eat the whole.
Yeah. He said finish what's in your hand. I'm just gonna eat the entire donut.
I'm gonna
All right.
listen to his instructions.
I don't know. He's almost trustworthy.
Oh God.
What are you gonna do, Kip? Are you gonna see the results of that, or are you gonna follow suit?
See the results of what? Of Keefe eating her whole
Of Keefe
donut?
eating her entire donut?
Yeah. I'm not gonna do anything until I see what Keefe
All right.
does.
With
So,
the stomach, like, why the brothers doing this together? Just as I'm like,
Hey, we ate our food. You didn't eat your donut
I'm sorry. I mean,
originally.
So she gobbles down that big ass donut real quick, and you're like impressed. And as she kind of like gulps down the last bit of it, 2 donuts on the plate, like full of random different donuts, just like whoop whoop, like onto her eyes, basically. So she's got like donut goggles on right now, and the donuts are now quickly like following suit and just attaching to random spots on her body.
Keerken is very confused, and he's just like, I've never seen what have you guys done? What have you brought here? Why have you cursed all of these rooms? It's never been this hard before.
What's never been this hard, Keerken?
You're not the first people I've led to salvation.
To
I've come in
salvation.
here. I've never had to fly someone across a room. I've never got gooped. I've never seen donut magnets. I've never seen someone make a bread knife when they should have made a weapon.
I told you that we were a special, different bunch of people.
As you guys are having this casual interaction, more and more baked goods, like random, are just flying off of shelves and attaching them to the 3 of you. It's starting to get a little heavy, and larger objects are now flying towards you.
I want to float in the air and try and cast a spell magic, but I want it to fail.
Okay. You
Those meta rolls, though.
tell you what. Roll me a d20, unmodified. As long as it's not a critical failure or critical success, it'll go as you planned.
You're 12.
Oh, it's half of 12.
Great. Perfect. It's exactly what I asked for.
Excellent. So you make a big show of casting Dispel Magic and then act surprised when it doesn't work.
Got it. Great. Back to my ground. And I run over to a door and I open it and I go, we have to get out of... We've got to get out of here. If you guys don't get out of here, the donuts are just going to keep filling you until you're dead. I need you to trust me. Come on. You've got about 30 seconds before you suffocate.
I'm just gonna run.
I'm gonna agree. Yeah, I'm gonna run out.
All right. So that's what you guys are doing? You're gonna go like running into the room there that Keerken just opened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Laszlo, you're following through?
When they run in, I walk in behind them.
Okay.
Yes, I'm coming too.
All right. So as the door is opened, Keerken sits there kind of like hustling you guys through, and you run into this new room. You haven't really had a time to take full effect of what's in front of you. And yeah, as you're running through, you kind of take notice that Keerken just kind of like helps himself through the door without having asked for an invitation through the doorway this time. And as you kind of like come through, you can see what appears to be a large assembly of cultists all kneeling in front of a stage. The cultists out in front of you are all chanting kind of like together as the figure is standing on the stage. You guys have actually come up through a door kind of behind this figure on the stage, and so you're kind of like it's like a backstage access almost. So on the left and right of you are complex and ornate looking like purple cloth curtains in varying layers flanking the platform. And the figure at the head of the stage, Kip, you recognize to have about the same kind of gait and profile as the figure you saw on the head of the ship when you guys were pulled into this dimension, this massive creature. Except this time, it's not wearing a hood. It's not wearing any of its kind of like equipment. In fact, if you were to look at the screen, the big fellow looks a bit like that, actually. If you look at your roll 20 and move to the token there.
Oof.
And he looks to be like more of like a demonkin still, but a vast majority of whatever part of him was some other race is very much so dwarfed by what looks to be a lot of demonic like blessings. He looks very large and imposing, and you can also see like as he's standing there kind of delivering an oration to the assembled cultists with their heads bowed down and giving their kind of like prayers. You can see two figures standing sort of like a ways off to the side of the stage, and on closer inspection it appears to be the demonkin priestess companion Devotion from your party. She is standing there, and unfortunately she is kind of being held back, like held onto like her shoulder and her hands as they're bound. She's being held in place by another person that you're not so happy to see, which is her brother, Commitment. Commitment, the assailant who had previously attempted to unsuccessfully overtake our player's mobile base of operations, the Velvet Empress, in previous adventures. In the script, I wrote that so far nobody was aware of your presence when you came through this room. Unfortunately, that's changed because an avalanche of baked goods have come through, following onto the stage. So as there's this big impressive figure kind of leading like an amp session for all of his cultists, and all of these cultists have the same masks with the gold inlay that Commitment has, and there's hundreds of them. You get the impression that this is where like the cream of the crop have all gathered for this cult gathering. And yeah, this would have been a great time to kind of been like, oh shit, we snuck in behind this whole event. But unfortunately, it's a little hard not to notice the sound and like appearance of a cascade of baked goods kind of shotgunning their way out of the door in their attempts to magnetize to you as you flee through the doorway. So the character standing up at the at the head of the assembly kind of pauses for a moment, and he takes a few deep breaths, sniffing the air. And he turns his massive muscled frame towards you all, the demonkin kind of now standing imposingly before you. And he is far, far more demon than whatever else he may be. And he kind of like takes in the absurdity of the situation before him here for a minute. And then he kind of like narrows his double irised eyes at Keerken, and he addresses him.
Keerken, you useless undead mongrel. I told you to keep these three trapped in the infinite rooms of the temple until we quash this uprising. And yet, here I stand, witness to your colossal failure in this task. Would you kindly explain to me as to why this has occurred?
Listen, I tried my best. You know me, always try my best. Good friend, old pal. But honestly, I've never seen a group of people fuck up so much. I couldn't even keep them in a room. I don't know. It's never ever been like this. I do a lot of shitty things, you know that. But like, this wasn't my fault. They're really, really fucked up. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just gonna look at him. He's near us, right? He's still next to us, or?
He's standing like very imposingly in front of you guys while there's literally a horde of cultists behind him. He's on a stage.
Yeah.
If it was like, if you were to look at the stage, it'd be him and his back facing this assembly while you guys are kind of off to the right, all looking at him covered in goop and baked goods.
Yeah.
And then on the left of the stage is like Devotion, very surprised at your arrival, and Commitment, you can't tell because he has his mask back on.
Okay. I'm just gonna like look over at Keerken and be like, you son of a betrayer! Oh, I should have known.
I mean, you're so rude.
What?
Nothing, you know, we don't have to get into it. Listen, boss. Hey, boss. They didn't even know I was a vampire. Didn't even know what it was.
Vampires! That's the word! Oh!
What's a vampire?
They like suck your blood and stuff. They like live forever. Well, they're dead, but then like they kind of like live as vampires for like ever. And they suck your blood and like I think turn you into one. That's what Nan was telling me about. Vampires. Oh.
I
mean, we were on the right track.
We trusted you.
He said he liked bunnies. He was obviously harmless in my eyes.
I don't
Obvious.
know what
Anyway.
to say to you.
Hey. Maybe now you'll remember my name.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Suddenly I'm
Oh,
in flames. Yikes.
And I just sort of float up and away from them.
Like where? What do you mean? Float up and away?
I just want to sort of like be above them, probably like 15 feet looking down, just so they can't really touch me.
Sorry, you have an umbrella. Do you mean you Mary Poppins your way into the ceiling? Is that what you're talking?
Unfortunately, that is what I will be doing, yes. And while going up, can I try and like get some of the goop to fall? Like, I want to swoosh it off onto them, kind of like flick it.
Of course.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
So there's a little bit of a flecking of baked goods and goop as undead Mary Poppins your way into the ceiling, and the big guy kind of like narrows his eyes at Keerken in like a wordless like I'll deal with you later kind of thing, and he kind of looks back down, And he looks over at the assembly who came in covered in goop and baked goods, and he goes,
Well, it matters not. You're here now. I think maybe I'll take care of you myself, and then finish with the rest of your friends down below.
and he kind of like starts, like his eyes start kind of like crying tears of a purple balefire as they sort of start to glow, and his muscles start bulging. And
I love this part.
I love this.
Can I try
And
to
it's-
like? Oh, sorry. Thought you were-
Oh no! Sorry. What do you
I was
want
gonna
to
say,
do?
can I just like try like instinctively like run toward devotion?
You can, but it's unfortunate that you need to decide. So even though Keerken is here, not choosing to do anything at the moment, I'll still let you roll to be part of the initiative for turn order, because we're just gonna put a stop to this right here, and we're just gonna play this music because it's time to fight a boss.
Oh
everybody.
shit!
Bullshit.
Get your horns
All right.
out.
So the way this works is you select your token in Roll20, and then you hit the Roll Initiative button, and then you add your green number on your circle. So click on your token, do Roll Initiative, and
Oh, hold on. I
there
gotta
we
go back.
go.
Sorry, guys. You're seeing the wrong thingy. There we go. Now you'll see the numbers.
I don't know what I'm doing.
So Keerken, Scammy, can you see your token there with your
Yeah.
face on it there?
Clicked it?
Yeah, click it, and then Roll Initiative and add 7.
Oh.
And then it'll automatically add you to the turn order.
Those numbers,
That's a lot of 20s.
right?
Wow, rolled 21. Okay, that didn't.
Whew.
Here, it didn't add you for some reason, so I'll just change it. There we go, 21. You rolled 21.
20
Nice.
Perfect. So then we go to descending numerically, which puts, unfortunately, the big purple guy for a tie for initiative with Laszlo as the first action. So we're going to roll off on d20s here. We'll do it publicly, unmodified. He rolls a 7. Laszlo, I want you to roll me an unmodified d20.
Just don't be like a 1.
You got a 13. Nice. Yeah, the music might be a little too loud. Let me.
I was
just turn it
gonna ask like the chat if it was on.
There we
their
go.
end,
Is that
too.
a
That's
little
good.
more?
Yeah, that's more reasonable. What,
Excellent.
Dara?
Wow.
Turn it up! Let's party! Oops.
All right, perfect. So he's turned to face you guys. You guys are all looking at this big, beefy, impressive fellow here. Why don't you go ahead, Laszlo, and tell me what you're going to do here with your time?
I'm rather close and pretty fed up, covered in goo and attacked by baked goods. So I make sure my dusters are on tight, knowing they're obsidian, but
Oh, you cut out.
Oh, you're cut out there.
sorry, not knowing what this creature is made of. So I try to give him a 1-2 to maybe cut him open.
Okay, you have to keep in mind that this guy is like 9 to 10 feet tall, also, and is very, very large and imposing. Like he's like 600 pounds of pure beefy demonic hate.
Right,
So,
right. I know
you're
he's
trying to
large.
go for the gut?
I just want to I want to just give him a 1-2 right in the gut. See if I can cut it open.
That's fair. That's totally a reasonable idea. Go ahead and roll me a d20. You know what? I'm gonna give you a +2 for the whole how everything balances out for this. Oof. Unfortunate. Well, you know what? Fair is fair. We'll do a defense roll. What is that noise?
What?
Somebody rolling a coin or something?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he doesn't manage to dodge. He doesn't even care about dodging, really. So you give him the old 1-2 in the stomach. It doesn't really make much of an impact, but you do some damage. So roll me a damage, 2d6 with no modifiers. So just two damage dice. Nice. You do 9 damage to him. He's kind of like, ugh, it was a little unpleasant.
That tickled.
Yeah. Uchi. However, it's going to be his turn now in the turn order, so we'll move on to Kip after that there. He is going to see this attempt to bring destruction into his life via some stomach punches, and he's going to laugh at you, and then he's going to bring his both of his arms up and try to drive you into the ground with his fists. So I'm going to roll. Let's do all these rolls publicly for the boss fight for a little bit of more hootenanny here. He's going to do a 12 on that attack. You want to roll me a d12 or a d20 at like a +3 for your dodge so you can get out of the way? Yeah. Speaking of 12s, I rolled a fucking 12, so...
Yes. This
You
demon is on
narrowly-
my side.
Yeah.
New curse. Like we'll just roll 12s for the rest of Minkles and Dragons for all his.
So Keerken, currently staying out of the fight, is after Dara. Kip. So Kip, what are you gonna do on your turn here?
Well, I'm so happy that I asked for a two-handed badass sword. Hey, so I am going to I'm gonna scream, "Yeet! Banana!" And then I'm just gonna run up to him and try to do a slide, and like in Lord of the Rings when what's her name? Was it Eowyn? She the one that's like, "I am no man," and like rips off her helmet and shit. Yeah.
And then she just puts a sword in his
She
face?
slides under and then like slashes his. I want to slash his like
Disembowels
legs.
the...
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, I want to
Cool,
slide
yeah.
through his legs and do like a crazy, as like hard as I can, slash on his leg.
All right, I'll let this have more of an effect, but you'll have to roll 2 dice to make it happen.
Okay.
So it first is a d20 at a +4, I'm going to say, because of your athleticism.
Athleticism. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh!
Nice.
Oh!
Excellent.
That's
And
a great roll.
then you're not used to using a two-handed weapon in this fashion, but it is quite light. So I'll give you a d20 at a +2 to do the impact.
Okay. Trying to think if I. No, it's fine. Oh, did that not work? Did I press the wrong one? Roll d20 to submit. Oh!
That is a critical fail.
I was gonna call upon the peepees too, and I decided not to.
The good news is you do have behavior points.
I do have
you
my
can
yes.
Reroll.
I would absolutely like to reroll.
Okay, do you want to just reroll? Is that what you're gonna do?
Sorry, what was I cut you off, and you were gonna continue explaining what else I could do, and then I cut you.
Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good. You could reroll and then call on the power of the Pantheon if you wanted, or you could just reroll.
I want to reroll and call upon the power of the Pantheons, but I don't know. Is April, like, who's here? Jakiri, April? Who's, what? Oh, wait! Fiddle! Oh, I think he's in the bathtub.
He's in the tub. You
I
could,
think he's
like...
in the tub. I go really quickly yeet over there and ask him to log on his phone.
Yeah, he'd have to type it in chat to affirm
call
that you
him.
weren't just editing it.
I'll call him from
Does he have his phone with you?
He would absolutely have his phone. He watches
Okay,
stuff while he's in the tub.
All right, cool. I'll let you re-roll it by spending one of your behavior points. Also, April Loves Anders is here for anybody else who
shit. Okay.
knew.
Calling him from the tub. Wait, do I roll first? No, he has to bless it, and then you give
He has
extra.
to bless it. Yeah.
Yes,
Hi. Are you in the tub right now?
I am.
Well, I hope you're having a great tub time. But, of course, here we are again. Another episode of Minkles and Dragons. And, dear beloved Fiddlesticks Bot, the greatest god of them all, please, will you bless my role? I am trying to attack a giant demon thing, and I need your blessing. Please give it to me.
What's in it for me?
Things I cannot say on Twitch or else I shall get banned, but I promise you great things.
Well, that'll do.
All right. Thanks.
That'll do, Elf. That'll do.
Bye.
Isn't sexual favors to the gods how Zeus and Hercules happened?
Hey, I never said anything about sexual favors. I don't know why that's in your head, you sicko, Laszlo.
All right, so your acrobatics roll was successful for this attack. Roll that die again. I'm going to give you a plus. Let's say we'll take your original modifier and then add, so 9. We'll do a plus 9 to your roll.
Please.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, and then one last thing. We're going to see if the big demon himself rolls enough of it. I rolled a 12.
You're supposed to make it public, you goof. Oh my god, I can't
Oh,
believe
right,
you rolled a
shit.
12.
I'm so used to doing the GM rolls. Well,
Tell you what, roll it again, and if it's above 12, it doesn't count. But if it's lower than 12,
Oh my gosh.
get out. Get out of town.
holy
No.
shit.
No.
Us fucking demons alone.
All right, you managed to do a real nice. Where were you aiming with that blow, by the way?
Like his fucking ankles. His ankle, sorry.
Oh,
His
you
right-
want to take out his ankles?
Yeah, I'm
like you
sliding
want
in between his. Yeah, I'm sliding in between his legs, and as I'm sliding, I take one giant what's that called? Thrust? A swing? Swing. That's the word. One giant swing, and I try to just like take out his his
ankles.
yeah.
You try to Achilles the motherfucker.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
that's fair.
exactly. Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Well, that is going to do quite a bit of damage to him. I want you to do a damage roll, and I want you to roll 8 damage dice.
Okay,
No
how do
modifier.
I do this? Roll damage.
Roll damage.
Number
You
of
type
dice,
8.
8.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and then you no modifier number.
That work? I think I did something wrong. Okay. You know, one day, 3
Yeah,
years down
so-
the road, I'll be like, how do I do this? Roll damage, number of dice, 8. Submit.
Yeah, submit,
Yeah.
and then 0 for the modifier. Hit submit again.
Oh, gotcha. Oh,
Ooh, that's an impressive chunk of ouchie. You definitely give him the business on his heels, and he is not feeling it. He's not happy. He kind of he loses his balance a bit and goes down on one knee. And as you kind of do that, he kind of gets really angry and turns around and goes,
Towards you.
towards you. Damn.
which now brings us to Keerken's turn. Keerken, do you want to do anything, or do you just want to sit up there and eat more pastries or whatever?
I'm going to cast Healing Word on the demon.
Oh,
What? Excuse you? We're
oh,
gonna be here all night.
oh my goodness!
I gotta
All right,
roll for it, and I'm gonna get
Yeah.
a 12.
you're gonna roll. Yeah, it might be a 12. So go ahead and roll me a d20 at a +4, unless you would also like to appeal to one of our pantheons of the patron pantheon, whatever. PP.
But that's
You wanna-
against us.
Do you want to try for a PP boost?
That's
Do you want a
grossest
PP
thing I've ever heard.
boost?
Uttered. I would love to.
All right. Do we
I
have
follow
any?
to April loves Anders.
Oh, okay. Would you? What is your prayer? Offer up your prayer to April loves Anders.
I say, Lord, April loves Anders. I come to you, out of hand, out of stride, to call upon you to curse those who falsely worshipped you for so long, and to join me and mine in tearing down these Minkles.
Somebody clip it. Oh my god. April, are you here? April, calling
I
you.
saw her.
Lord April loves Anders. Are you here? Can
Oh, she is. Yes.
you? Super no.
Super no.
Oh my goodness. All right. I'm gonna give your roll -1. So you're gonna roll a d20 at a -1 to see if you can heal this big boy. That's initiative. That is the wrong button.
That's the wrong one. Let me tell you that. We know it's the wrong one because it would have been a 12.
That's right. That's the damage.
We're just setting up for the 12, guys. It's coming.
Yeah.
We're just cycling through.
We're psyching you guys out.
I don't know.
Because yeah, he had a -1, so it was actually a 12.
Oh my god, get out!
Oh my god, what are the chances?
I hate everything.
That is
That's all right.
actually insane.
I'll say it goes off, albeit not very effectually. So roll me a damage roll for 1 die with no modifier, and that'll be how much you heal him for.
No modifier.
Yeah. That's literally impossible. So
Cool.
it rolled.
I'm dying.
So when you click roll damage, just for number of dice, type 1, and then for the modifier, leave it 0 and hit submit again, and there you'll roll like. But I'll let you roll it. That's not 1d6. That is definitely not 1d6.
Let's just say it fails.
Okay, cool. You heal him for 1 point of damage. He gets +1.
Oh my god.
There you go. +1. There we
You're
go.
welcome.
You're welcome. God. Alright.
Oh gosh.
Keefe, it is now your turn. What are you gonna do?
So, is Big Man still on his, one of his knees?
He is. He's a little further down. He's still very tall, but he's less high.
Oh,
now.
that one
Is
healing
he-
point didn't bring him back up.
No, he didn't get back up from 1 HP. Healing.
I can hear you.
Okay, so bear with me here, Dylan. Is the back of his knee, the tendon, is it in gnome height? Particularly if I were to reach for it with a bread knife.
Yeah, you could hamstring the motherfucker with a bread
Wait.
knife.
Okay.
Wait, Keefe! Wait! We have an enemy here trying to heal this fool. Bind him up! Bind him!
No, I got a genius idea, Laszlo. It's genius.
Laszlo never has good ideas. I don't know you guys that well, but that
You have tied up countless fools! Ah!
But Laszlo, I'm inspired. I'm gonna switch life up a little bit today.
All right, she's gonna go for the shank.
No, but
so,
I'm gonna use my teleporty shoes to try and
Oh,
get the
you wanna?
surprise. Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot you had those.
I
Right?
want to do some zoop, 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 and slashes the back
Yep.
of his knees.
She has her ring of reflection and she has her teleporty shoes. So, you know what? Roll for the teleportation on your shoes.
Go.
Unmodified d20, and we'll see how well you teleport, and then we'll go from there. Oh. You could use a behavior point if you wish.
Yeah, that'd be good. Let's use that, please.
I don't think you want to know what happens with teleporty shoes when you critically fail.
No, I'm good. Okay, let's try this again.
Okay. You can't reroll, unfortunately, so you focus and you try to teleport behind him to shank his knees, and unfortunately, you teleport into the group of cultists just a little bit beyond. So you're in the aisle, and you have to run up and jump onto the stage in your next turn in order to do anything.
Okay, whatever. It's fine. I
So,
didn't want to help anyways.
But now it's Laszlo's turn. Laszlo, you can go ahead and you won the tie off, so go ahead and do your thing. What do you want to do now? He's down on a knee. Oh, right. You should be over here. There we go.
I'm going to, since he got pretty hurt by Kip's attack, and he's down closer to my level, I'm going to load both of my pistols with these little bullets I got from Rex, and I'm going to point them both at his face and just fire into his eyes, because they're really freaking me out.
All right. I'm going to say that's a quick action to try and load fast enough to be able to unload on him in the same span. So go ahead and roll me a d20 unmodified to see if you can load them fast enough in order to do a follow-up. No, you load them, and you're pointing it at him, but unfortunately he gets to respond at this point, unless you want to re-roll or something. Oh, wait.
I don't think I can re-roll.
No, you can't re-roll, unfortunately, which brings us to... it is now the big purple bastard's turn. He sees this attempt to... He's very angry at the elf, but he sees a man in front of him pointing 2 guns in his face. So he's going to try to backhand Laszlo out of the way so that doesn't happen. So he's going to go ahead and roll. Okay. Yeah. Can you go ahead and roll me a d20 at a +3 and see if you can defend against that backhand? Nope. All right, you're unfortunately going to get backhanded across the room, and you're going to take 7 points of damage from that. So, because he's a big, nasty man, and he's going to send you sprawling, so you're going to go, whee, like over in the distance. He's no pushover. So, you're going to lose 7 points of hit point, and then it's now Kip's turn.
Oh, boy. Okay, so I'm behind him.
You are behind him.
Okay. I'm just trying to think. I'm like pretty, like, because of my athleticism, like how, if I jumped really high, where could I like reach on him? If I did my best
he's
jump.
on his knee still, so
right,
you
he
could
is on his
probably
knee.
get up on him and drive a sword in.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just like kind of, since I'm really close, I'm just gonna take one giant leap and try to like drive my sword into the back of his like neck.
Okay, yeah, you are behind him. You could get a behind strike on the guy, so you back up and like kind of like go for a running dive into his neck.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
have a
that's
prop.
cool. You have a prop? That's
Great. Ta-da!
All right.
Well, it's kind of hard to see because I'm in a tiny little square. But yeah, my sword. I'm gonna jump up and try to do the thing.
All right, you jump up and try to do the thing. Now the dice will let us know if you did the thing or if you didn't.
Okay.
So go ahead, and I'm going to say that this is another 2-roll parter because it's a very impressive finisher you're trying to go for here.
Do I get any extra points for having an actual prop? Smiley
I'll
face,
give you
batting
bonus-
eyelashes.
Yes, I'll give you the fucking bonus.
Yes.
Do you want to do anything else in this process, or... Oh, wait, no, you already appealed to
Yeah.
Lord...
I already appealed to a pantheon.
That's true, you did.
Lord
So you
Fiddle.
really don't have anything other than being able to reroll at this point. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a d20 at a +4 first
Okay.
to see if this...
Oh
Ooh.
my gosh.
Do you want to re-roll it?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay. All right, cool. So you're down a behavior point, but you can re-roll it. So at a +4, roll me a d20.
Gambling. Oh no! Can I take back? I take it back!
Unfortunately not.
No! What?
Points one spent are no longer in existence. So you're like, okay, and you go to like jump, and you're like, oh nope, and you psych yourself out a bit, and then you're like, and then you just kind of stop short, and you're like, I didn't get enough momentum on that. So you kind of like awkwardly stop at the base of his back and kind of put your hand on the back, and you're like,
Pat is back.
Which now leaves us on Keerken's turn. Keerken, what are you going to choose to do with your turn?
A question I don't know. So, what are all of your races? Elf,
Well,
gnome, and
human.
human. Great. I'm gonna fly down and try and pick up and bite the human.
Oh, you're gonna try and give the old razzle bitey dazzle to Laszlo.
I wanna feed off of Laszlo.
Okay. And yeah, all right. I mean, I'll let you do it. That's
But
fine.
it's
You
like
can go ahead.
really fucking beautiful. Like swan dive down, like pick him up. We're spinning in the air as we go up, like one of those things where you pull the string and it like shoots up. And I am drawing blood, but because I'm a good boy, I would also like to cast Healing Word on him.
Okay.
I need his blood to be strong, but I don't want to hurt him.
Okay. Okay, I gotcha.
You don't want to make him turn into one? You really don't want to do that if the rolls are right? Because that would be great.
This is my thing.
We're gonna say that in this setting, it's if you feed your blood to somebody, you turn them, not if you take their blood.
Mm-hmm.
For vampires.
Damn it.
Okay.
Fine.
So, what should I roll?
I don't want to be a vampire.
Well, no, who does? Well, some
All right,
Then
well,
at least one of us would be strong.
This is a little player-on-player combat here. So what I want you to do is you're gonna fly down and grab him. He's been knocked away, and is still recovering from getting backhanded into the corner, more or less. So I want you to roll me a d20 each, and Keerken, I want +6, and Laszlo, I want like a +1. Well, that's 1 up from 12, and then a 3.
I'm doing good.
So he's not gonna get out of your embrace, so you're gonna yeet him up off the ground and then kind of like start your uppity goey majigger. And yeah, that was beautiful language, I know. Super descriptive.
Yeah, no, it's great.
You rise into the air and do the thing and the stuff. And I want you to roll, let's see, for something like this. I don't think it's going to be a problem for you trying to bite, more that Laszlo's going to try and resist. So Laszlo,
Okay.
I want you to roll me an unmodified d20 to see how well you can do on getting out of his, like no, fuck off kind of situation. No means no. Bad touch. Oh, bad touch is a bad touch. So Laszlo to get bad touched by a vampire, unfortunately. So you're gonna give him a little bitey poo and drink some of his blood there, and then now you're gonna cast your Healing Word on him. Oh my god, the
What
chat.
a nice vampire.
Right, so sorry, that really threw me off. You're gonna roll another d20 at a +6 for the healing on him. Do you want to quote any scripture while you're sucking his throat and casting spells?
Yeah, but it's really mumbled, and you can't hear it.
Okay, you're like, got it. All right, nice. You heal him for all of the damage he would have taken from you biting him.
Yes. Any extras though?
Yeah, sure. It spills over. Even though it's a really uncomfortable situation for you, Laszlo, you have actually healed an extra 5 points on top of not taking any damage from getting bitten on the neck and having some of your blood yeeted out of your body. So there you go. That was that's Keerken's turn. So there's like this ballet of beautiful non-consensual interaction behind you. And Keefe, now is your turn. You have to get back up on the stage. How would you like to do that?
Me?
No, Keefe.
Sorry,
Oh,
as
I
we
was
did-
like,
I think
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna give up on my shoes and I'm just gonna try and climb onto the stage.
All right, it's really tall and you're super short.
I'm gonna... What am I gonna do? Can anyone pick me up? Like, can anyone, like, if I give my arm up, can anyone pick up my arm?
They're a little occupied.
Oh,
so
yeah,
nobody
true. They're
really-
fighting something. Can anybody help the short person so I can fight, please? Okay, then why not? We'll just try and teleport up there so I can stab you with my bread knife.
All right, you want to try to do the same thing but teleport?
Yeah, we're gonna try it again. We're round
right.
2. It always goes better the second time.
Okay, cool. I'll tentatively put you here. So roll me a d20 at a +2, we'll say. Nice. I'm going to say that's good enough to get within,
12.
like you go over here. Yeah, it was a 12 without modifier.
12.
I'm glad
So you
the
end up-
history of the rolls stays there.
Yes.
Yeah. So you don't like immediately reach him, but you can like scatter over and kind of try to drive it into him.
Okay.
So you want to still go through with that attack?
Yeah.
Cool. The process of running and you not being all that great at close combat, I'll just say it's a straight d20.
Okay. At least it's not a minus.
Well, now that you mention it.
I don't know. Okay.
All right. Do you want to keep that roll? Because I'm going to roll a defense roll for this guy.
These rolls have been real high for me, so I'm gonna keep that roll. These are...
Okay, he's gonna defend. He's gonna notice you, and you're gonna go in for the thing, and he's just gonna smack the like knife out of the way.
I'm useless. Okay.
All right, Laszlo, it's your turn now. You're kind of like held in the embrace of this guy who just sucked on your neck, and it was like not actually painful. In fact, you liked it a bit because it was feeling right. So you just had a bit of a moment with this guy in the air. How are you gonna like? What's your reaction to this? You gonna do anything?
Thank you. Am I in a daze?
You could be if you want. I mean, if that's the feeling you got after that experience, I'm not gonna judge you.
I just meant like being smacked across the room and then having my blood sucked.
You're a little off foot, sure. You're not all together, but you're not like super like, where am I?
I just kind of push off and drop down to the ground.
All right, do you let him do that, Keerken?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, cool. You're like, done with you, bye. And then he like drops to the ground. Cool, so you're on the ground now. You struggled free. I'll let you try to do something if you want. What do you want to do?
Okay, well, my pistols are loaded now.
They are.
And so I'm going to aim while he's distracted at his dumbass eyes again.
The big guy. All right. Are you gonna shoot from where you are? Or are you gonna try to close the distance?
No, yeah, I'm going to stay where I'm at, so he can't bitch slap me again.
All right, fair enough. So you're gonna be, despite your positives for marksmanship and stuff, the whole ordeal is gonna put you at a -1 on a d20 here. So roll me a d20 at a -1. Ooh, now you can you know what? Tell you what. I didn't mention that you were the only person who hasn't, I think, appealed to a PP, right?
Yes, I haven't appealed to a PP.
Do you want to save that for your next turn, or do you want to? I'll let you not do that roll if you want to do a prayer.
No, I'll accept the consequences this
time. All right,
time.
cool. All right, fair enough. So you shoot over his head with both barrels, and your gun is now empty. Your guns are now empty, and it doesn't do anything to him. However, it's his turn now, and there's two annoying little female creatures behind him that are like, "We're gonna beat you up, buddy!" like flailing around, and he's like, "Get the fuck off of me!" So he's gonna turn around and he's gonna try to just grab both of you, like straight up around the waist, and like lift you both up as he tries to get up on one leg again. So he's just gonna try to do that. I want you guys to You know what? We'll roll a combined roll for his attempt to do that, and then you guys can roll your defense rolls. Cool. So roll me, Kip, I want you to roll me a d20 at +4, and Keefe, I want you to roll me a d20 at +1.
Yes, I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'm
wasn't
real scared to hit this button.
Just do it. Just do it.
Do it. Do it.
Oh.
Oh, well, you did a 16 and a 17, but he rolled an 18 as it is listed above. So unfortunately, very narrowly, you try to escape, but both of you are grabbed up as he grips tightly around both of your midsections and stands up on both legs again. But that's his whole turn. So he's not he doesn't do anything offensive at that point. So now, Kip, it is your turn. What are you going to do? You are now in this grip of this monstrous creature. He's holding you. You get picked up a lot by the bosses, it seems.
I know.
Kind of a thing.
But like he's just kind of holding me out of the waist. I still have mobility with my sword and everything. Correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you're like, oh god, it's the same situation as in chapter 1, basically. You're like, oh fuck, but it's not as tight as the giant tentacles.
Okay. I'm going to try this. I'm gonna try to just flash his hand that's holding me as hard as I can so that he drops me. Because he's on his knees still, right? Is it okay?
He's in the process of rising up, so he's not going to be ready for this very well.
But if he drops me, it's not very far. I'm pretty nimble, right? I'll land.
Yeah,
and I'm not
you'll
too
be
high
fine.
up.
If he lets go of you, you'll be fine.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try that.
Are you going to try and just cut his arm off, or?
Sure. His big, giant, beefy arm?
Yep.
Yes, I am.
Cool. So roll me a d20 at a plus. We're going to say... it's a bit of an awkward, wriggly situation, so it's just going to be a +1.
Okay. Ooh. Oof.
That is... Did you want to re-roll that, or do you just want to live with it?
Yeah, how many of those do I have? One left.
You have 1 behavior point left.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll reroll.
All right.
Sorry, what was it? The modifier 1?
Yep.
Oh, but
+1.
remember last time I did this? Whatever, YOLO. It's gonna happen. Yeah, a little bit
That's
better.
a lot higher. I'm gonna publicly roll his defense roll against this to see if he. Oh.
Oh.
Well, it was a decent roll, but he rolled an unnatural 20. So yeah, he's ready for this, and as you kind of go to do it, he just shakes you to kind of throw off your balance a bit, and you're like, ah, damn it. And he squeezes harder around your midsection as he does it. It doesn't do any damage, but you're thrown off and you can't deliver the blow to his arm. Meanwhile, Keerken, is it your turn? Why, yes, it is.
As a matter of fact. Okay, I'm ready. I think I drop down to the ground.
Okay.
And with the whole blood thing, I feel like my skin is less pale. My eyes go to a normal color. I'm much more regular boy looking.
Okay.
And then I want to everyone is around the monster, right?
Well, so basically the way it is the Kip and Keefe are being picked up by this monster. It's just gotten to its feet, although a little wobbly because it took some real nasty damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's holding them in front of it, and its back is turned to you right now.
Okay. I want to cast Inflict Wounds on the monster.
All right, that's fair. Is there any flourish you want to add to this or anything?
Yeah, I'm ready for this one. Ready? I yell out loud from my book. I say, "Do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for God's wrath. For it is written, it is mine to avenge, and I will repay." And then I put my hand on the back of the creature and attempt to inflict wounds.
All right, so you're gonna just run up to the mother and yell that, and then kind of inflict wounds on his back?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's totally legit. I'm gonna give you a +5 on a d20 for that.
Rolling that now.
Ooh.
Yes.
Well, to be fair is fair, I'll do a defense roll for him. What the fuck? Okay.
Hey.
It's not a lot. It's not a big hit. So go ahead and roll me 1 damage die with like no modifier.
I'm very bad at this, and I don't get it.
Do you want me to roll it for you?
Yes.
Okay. There you go. You did 3 damage to him.
Oh, nice.
So he takes some damage. He's like, oh, damn it. Oh, sorry. I meant,
Oh, damn it.
and he's not pleased with that result. And now it's Keefe's turn. Keefe, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna
You're
unmute
muted.
myself. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay, yeah.
I am going to bear with me. I'm gonna try and make myself. I don't know how to phrase this without it being awkward. Basically, I'm gonna try and make myself as slippery as possible in hopes that I slip out of his hand.
Are you gonna do the soap shot from chapter 2?
Hey, aren't I still slimy? Can't she just rub herself up on me? We're next to each other, right?
You're both a distance away from each
Oh,
other in different
okay.
hands.
Yeah, that's what I would like to try and make myself slippery.
All right, cool. You try to cast a slippery spell to slip on out of his grip. Give me a d20 at. You've already done this, so a +3. I'm gonna say that goes off. And we're gonna roll to see if he can keep a hold of you.
Okay, I'll take that.
He does. He's kind of like, oh, what
Stop
the
rolling so good.
slippery gnomes. So you're kind of like, whoop, 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 but he's still kind of keeping you held in his grasp.
Okay.
And it's Laszlo's turn again. Laszlo, what are you gonna do? Your pistols aren't loaded. You still have the ability to appeal to a god.
Well, I'm rather confused by Keerken's actions, so I don't know what to think at this point. But he did help us out, so I appeal to one of our peepees, Lord Zach.
No, he's already been called
he's already
on.
been appealed to.
Oh, okay.
Fiddle,
Jakiri.
Zach, and April.
No,
so you have your
not
choice
Fiddle.
of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you appealed to Fiddle.
Yeah, I thought you were saying Fiddle's available.
No, yeah. So you have your choice of Jakiri, Grimforge. I think Chris is still here, or Hobby if he's here.
I don't think
Right?
Hobby's here, but
Yeah, I don't think Hobby's here.
let's see.
Are any of our remaining PPs present in the?
Jakiri just spoke.
Oh, perfect. You could do Jakiri then if you wanted. This is for Laszlo, Gkar. So Laszlo, go ahead and offer your prayers to Jakiri if you wish. You're muted. You're muted.
I desperately need a win here. So if there is a win in my future, may it be now. Jakiri.
So either Gkar or Kiri, you can reply yes or no if that prayer is legitimate, if you wish to cast your blessing upon them.
I'm gonna laugh when Kiri says one thing and G.
I literally was typing it, but I was doing the uppercase, lowercase, and it's taking a long time. I'm still gonna write it out.
I was just waiting. G-Car says one thing and Kiri's like, sure.
There you go.
What says yes?
Oh no!
What says no?
Oh, I knew that was coming.
Wait, what? I don't remember. Refresh my memory. What happened?
I
He failed.
got screwed and I yelled at the gods.
Oh boy, you better. Oh boy, you can keep going. Just keep begging. They haven't necessarily said no. There was a question mark on that, so you could apologize.
I apologize to no god. I'll take this into my own hands.
Well, You may. Oh, you just got the blessing too.
It is what it is.
Okay, so all of force with the slimy. Yes.
All right, I'll accept that. It's a trick blessing, so you get a bonus to your roll, but then you're just immediately encased in like a fucking, what was that? Like a Canadian show where they put the kids in the thing and the guy who was dressed
Nickelodeon? Wait, what are you talking?
It was
with yeah, remember in where they like G-Car retracts his blessing, but you still get encased in goo.
And I retract my prayer.
Well, it's a little too late. You can't hang up the phone afterwards.
I just want them to know.
All right, I'll still let you shoot, and then you'll get slimed. Like, So, I'm gonna give you a +3. Roll me a d20.
I was actually going to run up and attack him with my
your punchies.
My punchies, yes.
Okay, what are you gonna do to him?
Well, he's distracted, so I'm gonna try to hit him in the back of the head.
So you're gonna just like flying hit him in the back of the head?
Yeah, he's half down. I'm going to kind of straddle him and hit him.
No, he's up again. You're gonna have to do a flying punch to the back of the head.
All right, flying punch.
All right, I'm gonna need 2 rolls for that. First one's at a +3 at a d20. That's gonna be a no. So, yeah, we'll say that you guys try to do it, but it kind of like glances off him, and you're like, damn it! And then immediately a big thing of fucking green slime just gets dumped on your head from nowhere. So now you're sticky again, stickier than before.
So real quick.
Yeah.
Because we were in the pastry room, I decided I wanted to order delivery and I wanted to get donuts delivered.
Oh no.
So I got mini donuts delivered. And I just took a bite of them and it's a fucking dog treat.
What?
It's a dog treat. I literally just looked on the front of the bag and it says handcrafted dog treats. The Seattle Barkery.
What? How did you manage to do this?
Anyways, I know it's unrelated to the combat, but I really wanted donuts when we were in the donut room.
Somebody clip it, please.
Read your menus, people.
It said little cheese donut, and I was like, oh, what's a cheese donut? And so I ordered 4 little cheese donuts, and I just took a bite of it a minute ago, and
my god,
it's a dog treat.
Cheeks hurt from smiling so
It's a
much.
dog treat.
Well, Juniper's gonna be
excited.
really stoked.
Because I didn't read the word barkery. I thought it was bakery.
Oh.
I'm dying. Oh. Clip it,
I'm so
clip
tilted.
it.
I can't do anything in the fight. I can't eat donuts.
I mean, you could eat it. How did it taste, honestly?
It tasted like... Did you ever have to eat like cream of wheat cereal when you were growing up? Or
Yeah.
not cereal, but like the porridge?
Yeah.
It tasted like that, but solid. Like solid
All right.
cream of wheat. Anyways.
Moving on.
Moving on.
So now it's the big guy's turn, and amused from this tale of dog treat consumption, he's going to take this opportunity to hit Keerken and Laszlo with Keefe and Kip. So he's gonna just smash them into. He's gonna try to total party smash here. So we're gonna do a roll here, and he's in a really good position to do it. He's big and strong. It's gonna go probably pretty well. It's not gonna go pretty well. Okay. Well, you know what? This guy's very big and important in his kind of like demonic favor. So we're gonna say that was one attempt there, and he's going to try one more time to kind of deliver the smash down. because he's a big nasty bastard and is one of the strongest things you've ever fought, so it should reflect that. So he misses the first time, and then he tries again, and he does much better that time. So I want everyone to roll an unmodified d20
Jesus.
to see if you can not get yeeted into by another friend.
That's damage.
Oh my god.
Oh. So unfortunately, Laszlo is going to take a Keefe to the face. So you guys are both going to get sent sprawling back across the area here. Luckily for Keerken, I'm going to say that that's enough to kind of like take the hit and get out of the way. But the result of it is going to send Kip kind of like sprawling, and it's going to be a real nasty landing for her. So you're going to take a little bit of a side swipe there, and the other two, they're going to take, let's see, we'll do this as that. So Kip and Keefe and Laszlo, or sorry, Keefe and Laszlo, not Kip, you guys take 11 points of damage from this this toss.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it is a lot of damage. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot more coming Kip's way. So we're going to do that. And you're going to take 24 points of damage because you landed on your head really unfortunately and get
Wait,
stalled.
what's your health? Because you took damage last time, right?
Oh.
I juiced
Like,
him
we
up
haven't been
again.
able to rest?
She's at 41 points right now. She'll be down by 24. So it'd be I can do that there.
Oh, I didn't realize that we don't regain health just each like
You do, but you
session.
didn't have the time between sessions to do it. Like you've literally been go, revolt, fight this entire
Oh
damn
boy.
right.
So I have 17 health remaining. Yikes.
All right, so things aren't looking good. Everybody's on the ground a little buggered up here. 1 second. Sorry, 1 sec. Just due to time constraints as he's walking over, I'm going to say that was enough of a stun to deny Kip her turn. And now Keerken is, it has basically one last action left here. So, Keerken, you have, if you, whatever you want to do, let me know what you want to do with this action.
I want to. I obviously can't hurt the demon. He's got some sort of fucking spell happening that doesn't allow me to hurt him.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and help as best I can and maybe go attack the commitment.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
the
wait.
brother holding
Wait,
back devotion. That's a good
commitment.
idea. Yeah, I don't have them represented here as tokens. Tokens. But, there is still commitment holding back devotion, watching this fight unfurl, and everyone else is watching basically. But he can run over and kind of knock commitments hold free on devotion if he wants.
Yeah, I think I want to fly over, like full speed, no sort of repercussions for my own safety, and just try and hit him, basically like with my umbrella, my like gold-plated
You're gonna
umbrella.
maximum vampire effort this.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Fair enough. So you, what I want you to do is I want you to roll. Is there anything you want to say? Any quotes or anything, or do you want to just say some snappy one-liners?
Nope, because I would have had to know what to say.
All right, that's fair. In that case, I'll just tell you what. Roll me a
No,
d20.
I've got it. I say, sorry I couldn't be any more help, guys, but here's my commitment. Is that it? Did I do it? Is that a
I don't know
joke?
if that counts as a bonus or a negative.
I think it's a negative.
But you know what? Roll me an unmodified d20 and we'll go from there.
Oh boy. D20. Au revoir. I guess that's really what I deserve for saying the words that I said.
All right, so you messed that up fabulously, unfortunately. You go flying over to try and knock Commitment out of the way, and he's really ready for this. He's like, "What the hell, you fucking?" And he just kind of sidesteps, holding Devotion, and you go flying past him. And not only do you go flying past him, but you knock through a door, and there's another door on the other side of like the stage, and you blow that sucker right open and go plummeting into it. And not only is it that, but it's one of the rooms without a floor. So you just kind of go plummeting down into the floor. Do you have any sorry? Do you have any last attempts at anything before you go throwing into the room you rolled 3 times?
Nope, I think I just sort of go, "Sorry guys, I tried my best."
Oh my god.
And
yeah, that's it. That's not the
appropriate.
hero's ending I wanted, but it's the hero's ending I deserve.
Don't worry. If you want to stick around and see what happens, you can, because we're getting to a climax here right quick. I just wanted to have that happen. So he's taken out of the order. Keefe and Laszlo are they're both going to kind of like they're going to be stunned, sprawled on the ground. And through that action, things are going to be a little disrupted on the stage. Commitment is going to be a little put off by that assault on his hold on his sister. Meanwhile, the big guy is going to come stalking up to Dare or Kip, and he's going to kind of like chuckle to himself a bit, and he's going to look down at Kip as she kind of just is sitting there nursing like a big gash in her head, not really dealing with this whole situation all that well. He's going to kind of walk over and address her. So 1 second here, because it's awkward putting this program over here. I swear it's impressive. Shut up.
It seems you all need a more severe example of what happens to those who defy my rule.
And stopping before Kip, he kind of opens a small portal out of nowhere with his hand, and reaching into it, he pulls out Kip's familiar, Pip. And Kip's shape-shifting familiar, which we described earlier. But for those of you who are new, it's Kip's familiar who can turn into anything, not very effectively most of the time, but her natural state is a small Pomeranian dog. So he pulls this Pomeranian with a slave collar on. You can see that the poor familiar she's not looking well treated, and she's also wearing a miniature version of the slave collar, as you can have seen on other enslaved creatures in the city. And he kind of like grins and looks down at Kip and says,
I was saving this little thing here of yours for a fine meal sometime, but I think it would suffice for a little pick-me-up here and now to return the favor of the damage you inflicted on me. This pathetic attempt of yours to overthrow me has left me a bit hungry.
And as you kind of watch, his jaw unhinges, opening his mouth kind of horrifically wide into multiple segments, dangling Pip overhead. Kip, is there anything you maybe want to try doing here?
I am 100% going to try to get into contact with my the forest spirit. Forest spirit!
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, what's going on?
Forest spirit,
What's up?
I need you more than ever right now.
Okay, what's happening? I don't, time is hard for me. Could you give me some context?
There's this crazy big demon guy, and he's got my familiar Pip. He's about to eat her, and I don't know what to do.
Oh, okay, yes, no, okay, I'm looking through your, okay, yeah, no, that's not good. That's, your dog's about to get eaten, okay. Okay, hands out, please.
Hands out? Like
hands, like out, like jazz hands.
Okay,
That's all.
let me put my great sword down. that I decided
Yeah.
not to throw at the demon.
That's also pretty cool. Where'd you get that? I'll answer that question later. We have problems to solve. All right, put your hands like further out towards the thing, like towards it.
Okay, like this. Like I'm gonna...
Yes, yeah, more like that. Okay, yeah. Now just focus really, really hard at the moment. Okay?
I'm focusing.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try something, and I really hope this doesn't break your hands.
I hope not either, but it's worth it.
And as you kind of like channel this energy coming forth from you, your hands kind of shoot. Fuck off, Fane. Your hands shoot out like ropes of vines from your fingertips, and it's painful for you. You don't like this experience, but it kind of is like important. And the vines kind of wrap around this big guy's face. They kind of like start engulfing his whole face, and he's just kind of like, oh, and he drops your Pip, and Pip kind of lands with like a little whoop, like on the platform, and he's just kind of sitting there flailing around, trying to keep these vines out of his face.
Pip, quick, come to me!
Pip listens and kind of trots over to you as you're kind of like wrapping his face. And as that happens, we resolve the vote that everyone has been voting on for the night, the second vote of the session.
Oh boy. I don't want to be here for this.
My baby's here. Oh, I missed
yeah, so you've shot the vines out of your hands. They've wrapped around this guy's face. You're kind of sitting there like, I've got my dog back. And we'll resolve the result of the poll here. So with 63% of the vote, Devotion, having used Keerken's little distraction attempt to kind of like overtake commitment there, got her window. And while you guys were dealing with this cinematic moment, Devotion used this timely, opportunity to kind of blast backwards against Commitment's grip on her, freeing herself from her bindings. And as you kind of look over, you can see Devotion frown again at her brother. And with 63% of the vote, Devotion just delivers a groin-shattering blow with her foot to her brother's nether regions, sending him buckling over in pain. Like, he throws up a bit in his mask. It's really unfortunate. And she turns to look at this big bastard. And as always, I still have never thought of a voice for her. So she just says, Dominance, stop this insanity. And runs over to the big purple fellow and just kind of like grabs both of her hands, and they charge with this bright white light. And she grabs hold of his arms, which is a impressive feat considering she has to go like this basically. And it starts searing into his arms, and he just starts screaming and looking down.
God damn it! Stop this, you foolish idiot! Ah!
And as he sits there screaming in pain, he kind of pitches forwards. He can't tear the vines off of his face, and he falls down to the ground, and Devotion turns to face the entire audience, and there's like a hushed silence as the whole place kind of fills. The chanting is stopped, and everyone's kind of stunned that like, oh, the boss just got, yeeted by his niece.
Sorry, I have a roll 20 issue.
Shit.
It just like...
You have a roll 20 issue indeed.
Yeah.
Up there on stage.
It's cool. It'll get back. It'll go back. We're good.
And as you watch, Devotion kind of walks up to the cusp of the stage and starts addressing everybody. And she just kind of brings up the point that this isn't how we should be. This isn't how the demonkin should try to strive for dominance in the world. This is not the way we should handle these things. We demand respect, but we should do it not through trying to take over the world, but by being better than the people who fear us. And she goes on this long tirade, and it's really inspirational. And you guys are just kind of sitting in the back, like listening to her, like go on. And like you get the impression that, yeah, this is having a great effect. Everybody's like, yes, I like this idea. This is a good idea. And as you guys are kind of like sitting there watching, Dominance, the big purple bastard who was previously about to eat your little puppy there, kind of turns around while she's talking and kind of holds up his arm to try and kind of do that, villain thing that villains do, where he gets in that last blast to the back of her back. Is there anything you guys want to do to interfere with this?
I'm gonna shoot some rope at him.
All right, Keith's gonna cast rope.
What's the thing? We do this here. It's fine. It's a thing.
Kip,
I'm very proficient with rope. It's fine.
It's the one spell she's pretty much perfected. Nearly perfected.
She knows her rope work quite well.
Oh, geez.
She's a gnomish rope master, if you will.
Lasso him.
Won't.
Lasso him. Lasso.
Lasso
him.
All right, Kip, what are you gonna do?
As much as I'm so happy that my trusty familiar is back and can turn into a bow, she's just real bad at doing stuff, so I'm actually gonna just yeet the sword, like throw it at him with all my might.
You're gonna throw the sword?
Yep.
Just like you're gonna
like a javelin.
It? Okay.
Yeah.
And Laszlo, what are you gonna do?
I quickly load my pistols and try to shoot his hand away.
All right. Sweet. We're all gonna roll for these things you're doing. So starting with Kip, give me a d20, just unmodified. You're not used to chucking swords.
Hell to the yeah, now
But
I am.
apparently you
when
did
we all
great.
get like flawless rolls on this.
No 12s in sight.
Keefe, give me another. You know what? You're gonna get a +8. You've roped so hard. You're gonna get a d20 with a +8. Wow, that's with the +8.
Oh my god.
Because I ate a dog treat. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Laszlo, you're gonna have 2 rolls. One for quick reload, unmodified d20.
Oh.
All right, cool.
Okay, Kip gets the finishing blow here.
However, all right, so Keefe, so this is what happens. So as he goes to hold out his arm to kind of like blast devotion in the back, Keefe ropes all over him, and he's a little distracted by this like silly string effect of rope that isn't tying him up or anything, but it's like, whee, like you're pretty good at doing rope. It's just this time it didn't do enough as rope should. So you rope all over him like confetti, and he's like briefly distracted by that as he turns to go like, the fuck? And as that happens, Kip chucks her sword right into the side of this big bastard's head from where she's sitting. So as he turns to look at the rope, the sword chunk, and he kind of flops to the stage. And as that happens, Laszlo finishes loading his pistols and goes, "I'm ready!"
Look, my pistols are loaded.
You did it, Laszlo.
And as you guys kind of sit there in stunned silence, everyone isn't really sure where to go with this. And as you guys are looking and the quiet, you can hear kind of like a slight whee of like the sound of somebody passing by. And as you kind of look into the other room, you can see Keerken is just endlessly falling in the room as he goes down and starts again from the top. And he's kind of like having the time of his life. Is there anything you want to say through the door there, Keerken, before we end our adventures?
Yeah, as I'm falling, I'm just like, I knew we could do it.
Hooray!
And with that, we see the end of Chapter 3, Episode 4. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you so much for being here for the adventures.
Great job, everyone. Those rolls, man.
Oh man.
Every goddamn time, let me tell ya.